Little shout out Kanye gave us.
Kappa step. Yo, John. All right, I see what today is headed. I get it now.
Now I'm warming up. I'm warming up.
I get it now.
Yo, what
I see him be on defense all day.
I get it.
What happened, Mom?
Won't be no offense today.
Joe know the playoffs starting in 2 weeks, so he getting ready. He in playoff form right now.
Listen, I heard they about to start trying to let us play with no fans in the seats, man. We gonna need some warm-ups.
That's a fact.
I'm trying to get these reps in, man.
You right about that.
Holy shit. Kappa step.
No, Joe Budden. No, Rory and Ma.
This Parks.
What's happening?
This Parks.
What's happening?
Microphone check 1 2. What is this? The JBP boys back to business. What episode is this? 343? 342. Welcome to episode 342 of the Joe Budden podcast. I am him, Joe Budden, here with a few of my nearest and dearest. Rory is sitting across from me. Welcome to the 30 Club, Rory. Happy birthday.
Welcome.
Happy belated birthday. We're going to get back to that in a second. We got Maul at home in front of the one of one Benny the Butcher art piece. You know the vibes.
That's Art Tech Drew. That's Art Tech Drew right there. That's not Benny.
Shout out to Art Tech Drew. I'm just talking shit. What up? We got Parks over there. In frame, but out of frame. Savon is here, Erickson is here, and Alex the Great, I think, is here, though I haven't heard his voice in a few weeks.
Yeah.
He's there.
Oh, hey, Alex.
There we go. How's everybody doing, man? Y'all good?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I feel all right.
Yeah.
Rory, tell us about being 30.
It's not much different. I was fake joking about the club not being open to get into the 30 Club. I don't know if I can really experience 30 just in my living room. In a day.
No, that's what 30s is.
All right, this was the start.
Yeah.
I entered the club.
Your 30s.
All right, so I've been in the club for 3-4 months now.
Yeah.
However long this shit been going.
I see you got a haircut.
No, I didn't get a haircut.
Oh, I thought your hair was longer than that.
No, it could be the lighting.
Oh. I thought you was wolfing. That ain't shit.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Well, white people look okay woofing.
Yeah,
I think we look okay wolfing too, though, Joe.
Well, actually, Maul, Rory and I were just talking about that off air. It's one of the things I realized about myself during this quarantine. The amount of hours that I've invested in getting a haircut every week, it's just it's
kind of over for that.
It's just not that important. Like, I don't care. I don't care. That's not when the new normal for me is going to be this look right here. If I see a barber, maybe once a month, month and a half, but all that rushing out listen, sometimes when the barber wouldn't take my appointment, it'll ruin my mood for the day.
No,
it shouldn't have that type of control over me. I'm off that now. I'm done with that.
I was definitely a once a week haircut guy, and if I couldn't get an appointment, I would sit in that barbershop for 6 fucking hours all day and waste a day to get a haircut. And now I used to I really used to love getting haircuts every week. Now I look in the mirror and I really don't give a fuck.
Y'all don't hit yourself
this is okay
with the
for me.
bevel, though? Y'all don't hit yourself with the bevel?
No, I've been keeping my beard down because this shit growing towards my mouth.
I feel like once you can do that, the barbershop is like, whatever.
Man, once you realize that the women just still like you anyway, like none of this shit really matters.
Listen,
girls kind of like the longer hair.
It's never that serious.
Like, you love you and you realize the girls love you. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah,
I'm doing all this for nothing.
And when you looking at your account and it's safe, it helps.
And when you have some funnies, when you get some funnies off.
Your Maul has to stop that.
Yeah.
We have to help Maul.
Help me.
He's not completely wrong though.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Listen, I don't pay.
If you have
a
bank account,
no, when I know what I'm talking about. A guy starts to not get shit like that doesn't matter. Like when you young and you broke, all you could do was get fly and get a haircut. Once you have money, you don't give a fuck about a haircut. Like, the fuck is a haircut?
Nah, that's valid.
So
you don't care how you dress. You don't care if you iron your shirt. You don't care about none of that shit no more. I got an account, I got a house, and I got a whip. What's up?
How much money does one need to like teeter that club?
I think if you have at least 50 grand in your savings, you don't give a fuck about a haircut anymore.
Enough to cover your bills for at least 6 months.
Yeah. You don't care about a haircut no more. Shit like that doesn't matter because it's like, what does it matter? I got a nice house, I got a nice car, I smell good. Like, what the fuck is a haircut?
Shit, I don't know if 50 getting it done. I might need to get a haircut.
No, I'm talking about savings. Like savings.
No, I know what you meant by savings.
Yeah, you don't care about a haircut anymore. Like, what the fuck is a haircut?
All right, what if you have the perception of money? because that still gets it done. That's why I don't disagree with Maul, because just having the perception of having money and renting things, you still appear.
Listen, men only care about haircuts because we just want to look good for women. We ain't getting haircuts for
Whoa,
the
no.
dudes.
Women can get off the line that they do things for them. I can get that off too. I like when I get a haircut.
Man,
I like how I look and how it makes me feel.
Cut it out, man. We not doing that.
Fuck out of here.
I'm not gonna let you start your 30th with the bullshit. We gonna keep it real on the 30th. Nigga. You get haircuts. So that,
when you get your nails done, is it for you or them?
Oh no, I like to see myself in the reflection when I count my money. That's
for you. So I can't count my money with a shape up?
Nah, you can't see us. You can't see your shape up. You want somebody else to be like. You want somebody else to be like, "Oh, Rory, I see you got the fresh line." You want a woman to be like, "Okay."
I'm white with red hair. No one has ever came up to me and said, "Yo, I see you with the fresh line."
Nah, they've complimented your beard before.
I get beard compliments.
Yeah,
rarely do I get hair compliments.
That's all it's about. It's for women. We don't care about what our homeboy thinks about how our beard looks today. We don't give a fuck about that.
Maybe I want some encouragement from my friends more.
Nah, we ain't jacking that. We want to make sure that when we step out, girls is like, okay, like I see you got the beard, beard butter, glossy, and all of that. That's what you care about. You don't care about what the fellas is thinking. I don't care if I come to the block and the homie's like, yo, your beard is hitting. I don't give a fuck about what y'all think.
Nah, men need to support men more.
Nah, fuck that. Not my physical, no.
Nah, I've seen you go through the block and your niggas have been like, yo, something is different about you today.
Nah, you ain't never, Joe, cut it out. We not doing that.
Your nails done?
We not doing that. We not doing that.
Is that your same nail? Is that your same nail tech that did that?
We not doing that.
We complimented your braids when you came into Parks with them.
Nah, but I definitely put homies on the, women appreciate a man. But Joe get a manicure. Women appreciate that.
No, I'm 100%.
I think everyone in the Zoom has got a manicure before.
Yeah, women appreciate that.
Y'all have sent my sick mind down a rabbit hole, and I blacked out for at least 3 minutes of that conversation.
Okay.
What you was thinking about, man?
And this is where I wish that y'all had kids. Because I think Maul said something about, one of y'all said something about savings.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I blacked out and started laughing at the idea of savings. Because it's like, what the fuck is savings? We're going to die.
Oh, you're taking this conversation elsewhere.
No, but then, because when you have kids, you think about shit like that. And you're like, all right, now I'm going to do all this work and save up this money to divvy it up to my kids.
Yeah.
But then you'll
That's what it's about.
But then see, but this is where I want to advance the talk.
Okay, let's advance it.
But y'all don't have kids. So it's only going to make me look like a shithead. But when you think about it, like, can't you see how your kids is going to fuck up your money when you're gone?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and then you kind of trust one more than not. Like, how do I sound like, nah, let me leave Lex a little more because he might not. Like, Trey trying to rap, he got bitches. Like,
yeah. Trey going to Miami soon as you kick the bucket. Trey going to Miami.
Yeah. And you've
never right at the Cleveland.
You've never seen your kids with money.
Like, the whole round.
You don't know. Like,
It's
of course,
scary.
you could teach your kids, but you still like.
Can you do that? You can't teach somebody how to have money.
Absolutely, you can. We don't.
How? Tell me.
What are you talking about?
It's one of the tougher things to teach.
What do you mean, Mom?
You have to. It's the difference in culture. That's not normal for us to do in our culture. We're not taught that, sadly. But you look at other kids like from wealthier families, they're taught the family business from young. They're taught how to work for the company and build, and they go to school, they have to study something. So as soon as they leave school, now they work for the family business. Like, culturally, when we get something, we so happy that we finally got it. We're usually the first of our family to either graduate college or become a millionaire or be on TV or, you know what I'm saying? So we so busy living in that moment ourselves, we're not thinking about teaching our family how to build this and how to sustain this for generations to come. And that's the issue. So now when you, God forbid, pass, if you haven't taught your kids how to, move, and if you, like Trey, he wants to be an artist, teach him about the business, teach him about the industry, things to look out for. If you don't do that, then in some ways you failed as a parent because you went through that and you were an artist and now your kid wants to do that, but then they don't know how to maneuver in that space. That's failed. That's a failure to me.
Whoa.
He's not wrong.
I thought Judge Joe Brown was rough.
No, but honestly though, that's the difference.
Niggas, and that's why I don't want to like talking about shit with kids here. Look at the three niggas without kids. Nah, he talking now.
No, but it's real though. If we don't teach that, how they gonna know?
You can't call somebody. That's no, because a lot of times, Maul, and I'm not starting this way, but a lot of times we learn or we learned our parenting style by what we didn't receive or what we didn't get. So. Yeah, no, I'm not just rolling with you're a failure as a parent. If your kid's SoundCloud don't get popping and you was an artist.
No.
He's saying
not
how to move with the
nigga, I made Pump It Up, all right?
No, absolutely. I'm saying
you better go make one too now.
No, I get that.
Hey, let me say that too while I'm here in a good mood. For all you niggas with your Pump It Up jokes, there's a lot of niggas without one.
Oh no, but we always say that.
That's a fact.
We always say that. That's a fact.
No, we don't always say it.
No, we say some niggas don't have a hit at all. we say that.
Some niggas ain't got
with the Pump It Up
half
jokes.
a Pump It Up.
At all. That's a fact. We ain't gonna discredit that at all. That's an absolute fact. For sure. But I'm just saying the thing is it would be considered a failure. Like, for example, if you play in the NBA and your sons want to play ball, say they don't make it, that don't mean that they can't be successful in business though. Like Trey wants to be a rapper, he wants to be an artist. If he's not a successful artist, that don't mean he can't be successful in the music business. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the difference. Sometimes we gotta, it's not handing down the actual talent. It's like, yo, just handing down the knowledge. Like this is what to look out for.
All right, listen, I'm not trying to get educated right now. I'm here to be silly.
Nah, not education. Just, just sometimes we gotta drop jewels in the midst of the funny shit. That's all.
I agree with that. All right, quick question for you before we start.
What's up?
Growing up, did you think that Charles from Charles in Charge was gay?
No, and I also didn't think that
Jack Tripper.
Is
I
he
didn't
gay?
think he was. I think that's the tone of the show was that he was gay on the show. He was supposed to be the gay bestie.
Wow.
I never looked at it like that.
Me either.
Jack Tripper?
No, not Jack Tripper. Charles.
Oh no, I don't know if he was supposed to be gay. I think Jack Tripper was. I think he was supposed to be gay.
Well, rest in peace, John Ritter.
Yeah.
What took you there?
Where?
Just for that thought.
I just wanted to get off of Maul's fucking sad talk.
Oh, okay.
that wasn't sad talk.
I was getting sad. Oh, that's great when you find a girl you can get sad with.
Oh, that's the best.
All right, come on, let's talk about something. Shout out to our Spotify listenership. Shout out to our YouTube viewership. Shout out to our first and last time listeners. Shout out to all the essential workers out there.
You okay?
Excuse me, indigestion a little bit.
You're fine.
Shout out to everybody rocking with us, everybody out there practicing social distancing, staying safe out there. All right, gentlemen, where would you guys like to begin today? Lots to get to.
We were on the money and corny conversation that I don't think we finished.
The who?
Because it's triggering for Maul.
The corny guy that has money that
Why you say
reaps the benefits of his money.
Because you be killing
and his success.
You be killing them dudes and the girls.
Nah, I don't be killing them. See, this is one thing I realized, Joe. I'm handicapped, and when I say that, meaning like now it's the world is more corny than it is cool, right? So I'm always gonna be the outcast.
Just the world.
No, it is. It's more corny shit in the world than it is cool shit.
Maul is really the king of cool, man. That's dope, man.
No, but honestly, there's more corny shit than it is cool shit.
All right, so then I'll ask you this: wouldn't that make you corny?
In some eyes, yeah. In some eyes, yeah. Like Joe said in one of his songs, when you don't think real, really, you don't think fake.
Oh, so you have heard some of our music.
I've listened to.
That's a good bar.
Get out of town, man. Go ahead.
So that's I understand that. So which is why a lot of the times I don't speak. I really honestly, if y'all understood how much shit I actually don't even I see and I notice and I observe that I don't speak on, y'all would be surprised because I know that no matter what I say and how I voice it, I'm going to be looked at in a certain way. Oh, he hating. That's always the go-to when you don't agree with something. It's like we got to find something else because it's not hating. If I observe somebody doing something and I'm like, that's corny, I'm not hating. I don't want to do that. I think it's corny when I want to do that and I can't do that.
Yeah, but
that's when it's corny.
But I guess to that point, the corny dudes that are reaping the benefits of their corniness and money and things of that nature, isn't that something you wouldn't want anyway? You wouldn't want the chick that likes the corny dude that has the money. So what are you missing out on?
It's not that. When I say shit is corny, meaning like if, for example, women know when guys are corny, but because they have money, they'll sit there and they'll laugh and they'll entertain it and they'll stroke his ego and make him feel like he's the corniest dude with the biggest dick in the world. I noticed that.
Thanks.
I'm just saying.
I appreciate that shit.
But it's real. It's real. But that
makes her corny, no?
I mean, she has an objective. I can't, however she has to get to her goal and whatever she has to do, I'm not judging that. right? But what I'm saying is,
yes, you are.
No. What I'm saying is, I can't be considered a hater if I observe what's going on and I recognize like that's what's happening. Like, you don't really like him, you don't really think he's funny, but he has money. I get it. I understand it.
I can't let Maul talk all this fucking male chauvinistic shit. That's no different than women saying the same thing about the men who only laugh at shit because they're trying to hit, who only compliment them because they're trying to hit, who'll sit through some boring shit because they're trying to hit. So what is the difference? I hate double standards. It has to be an equal playing field.
No, it's not an equal playing field, though.
I really do.
It's not an equal playing field.
Yeah,
it's not equal.
They send me up a wall. I will fight about absolutely nothing in the relationship if the double standard exists.
But no, it can't be a double standard all the time, though.
And as a man, that's really the only thing you can argue about in your relationship is a double standard. There's nothing else you could really fight for.
Yeah, double standards are trash for women in the world, but trash for men in relationships.
Yeah,
like
and that's
we lose when it's double standards in relationships. But women lose in the world with double standards.
Oh, I just finished having with a little double standard, not a fight, but
tift?
A tift.
A little, yeah.
Just had a little, because sometimes you got to find the tift.
A little squabble.
I agree.
Girl post a picture. Homegirl in the comments. Ooh, you a snack. Here come the girl. Take a bite. Man, I picked up that phone so fast. So, could I tell bitches to take a bite of me?
But see, Joe, that's just you being an asshole starting shit.
Yeah,
that's just you being an asshole.
Is just
like you just reaching for something to argue about at that point.
Yeah, no, you gotta have shit in the tuck to argue about.
Yeah, but you just reaching for an argument.
What?
That's reaching for an argument.
No, it ain't. Maybe I want to tell bitches to come take a bite.
You don't want to tell chicks. And you shouldn't tell chicks to come take a bite.
No.
And I think
that should not be a game at all.
Wouldn't it be the other way?
I am the worst flirter.
Come take a bite.
Come take a bite.
Yeah.
Definitely
nobody flirts worse than me.
Yeah, come take a bite.
And nobody responds to flirting worse than me.
But I hate that. I'm glad you addressed it off rip.
Is that so?
You start talking like you from the 13th century? Yeah. What is thy you've said there thus far in this conversation?
Oh, you really think so, do you? Rory, what you was saying?
No, that's Maul is fucking hilarious.
For real. That's who Joe turned into. He tried to sound educated and respond.
Yo, Maul, I'm telling you, for the year for the rest of 2020, 2021, I'm firing back at you, man. I've been trying to protect you, but I'm gonna fire back.
Fire back.
I know, because I know who you become too, Mr. Fucking Funny Man.
I've always been the funny guy.
Funny. Nah. He just turned his funny on for funny reasons.
Don't do that. And we do have some music shit to get to, but don't do that. Maul is the coolest dude in the room. Always. Always. Maul is always the coolest dude in the room. Always.
I've been in rooms with him.
Is that a bad thing?
I know.
But Joe, is that a bad thing though?
No. That's awesome. That's maybe who you are at your core. But what I'm saying is that makes it dreadfully obvious when you start getting in your hey, so a white guy, black guy, and a Chinese guy came in.
We're not doing that. It's not like that. Like don't make it seem like I start like
that's what the white guy said.
You made more. Are you working?
Nah, don't do that. Because you see, Joe trying to make it sound like as soon as I see some chicks, I just start. I just stand up and start performing. It's not like that.
I'd be like, whoa, this guy's Dave Chappelle.
You made more the you working hard or hardly working guy.
Oh my God. Joe is a fucking liar, man. I do not do that.
All right, bet you never heard this one. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
See, now Joe just trying to make me sound like a mutt.
Nah, but you did not. Mo, don't do that, because niggas know you turn into extra funny man when the chickadees are around.
Nah, but see, that's what homies do. Like,
and then I gotta get deeper into my deep bag
what's wrong with
make them cry.
Yeah. But see, that's what I feel
what
like.
A balance of friendship.
Yeah, man.
That's just the difference. Like, you get more into the emotional shit. I get more into the let's just everybody comfortable, have a good time, laugh and shit. Like, that's just my part.
Yeah,
that's how I play play my role.
Man, I lived with this nigga for 3 years. He ain't sent a joke my way yet.
Now you should use this
now
one.
on a hot summer Saturday night on the balcony, this guy's just regular old Cat Williams.
Shot a whole special in one night.
God damn.
Nigga Joe is stupid.
All right, come on. What do y'all want to start with? I wanted to come in here and give Tory Lanez all of the props in the universe, and then that led to I have to go back to Rory and say and I'm not using this as a moment to tear down black men, but I'm not having.
Why are you coming to me? Leave me out of this.
I'm not having.
What the fuck? Don't put my name in that.
I'm not having the Tory versus Bryson debate ever again. It's over now to me.
Okay.
And it should be to you too.
Okay, Joe Seinfeld, my bad.
But I think that what Tory is and has been doing, he has just really been putting on a clinic. Like, you know how you ever just watch a show and the fucking actors are so amazing that it's just like a clinic? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like that is what Tory has been doing this entire time. Like, from the first quarantine radio where there was 2,000 people up into everything that he has executed to now.
Yeah, he's I think he's probably adapted to the times better than any artist I've seen in 2020 with everything that he's been doing. Outside of his personality with the music now, with the YouTube thing, doing the actual concert tour shit that he's partnered with YouTube on. I can't think of an artist that's done better in this time.
Yeah, he's killed.
Nah, he's I like what I'm seeing from Tory. I think this is the most. It's weird that in the time like this is the most personal we've seen Tory. Like I told one of my homeboys, you know, I've been a fan of Tory's for years. I like this music, but I told my friends I still don't know who Tory is though. As a person, as an artist, like I still don't know his story. I still don't like. So this to me is the most personal and the most I've been able to gauge him as a person. Like this is the most time we've had to really see him in a more personal light. Like I think before it was like just music and, you know, him performing. He gives a lot of energy at his live shows. So we had that from him. But other than that, it was like, here's this kid that just popped up and put out a dope ass mixtape, but you still didn't know his story. You know what I'm saying? And I think that now we're starting to get a little more of the personal Tory. Like we're getting more of his personality. And I think that's a good thing. I think he's capitalized off of that, which is super dope to see. And it's nothing but congrats to him because that's he's making a big play right now.
Yes, it's definitely a rare occasion where he can do the personality quarantine radio shit and then also have hit records to back it up to then get a bag to live perform at the same time.
Right.
So it's a really difficult two things
to
possess.
Oh, go ahead, Rory.
Well, no, I didn't have much there, but it's just a really interesting point to show the type of artist he is, that he's able to get bags in both of these in an active time where his music is relevant and his personality is relevant.
I want to address what Mo just said about him showcasing more of his personality now. Personally, I'm going to attribute a lot of that to him being independent now. I got to tell you, Mo, when I spoke to him on the pull-up, it was right before the release of the Chicks tape. And off mic, he didn't sound like the happiest of campers. He sounded like somebody that was dealing with whatever troubles he was dealing with at the label that he really didn't want to get too much into. He just knew that he was in for quite a fight coming up. And he spoke to me about some of that in confidence. And I didn't want to, he didn't sound defeated at all. He just sounded like, I have to suppress myself because of what I'm about to, the fight I'm about to have. For me, on a much smaller level, when I wanted to leave Def Jam and then I decided to put out Mood Music 2, it got so hot that Def Jam wouldn't release me. So it's like a line that you have to walk when you want to be released. And somehow he worked it out and he is released. He's free. His people hit me. They said, no, this is real all the way. He's 100% independent, owns publishing, masters, a lot of his catalog. Kudos. But
how many artists have gotten that at I'm not going to say this would be the peak of his career, but this I think is the highest moment he's been in his career.
Yeah.
Another rare occasion for an artist to have that type of power and leverage at that time.
Yeah. I wanted to highlight a few things because I don't want some of the listeners out there to feel like we're talking about things on this grandiose scale. Because when I say Tory is putting on a clinic, I'm saying that you don't have to be the biggest Tory Lanez fan as a creator to be able to pull something from what he is doing. And I just wrote a few things down because I just think it's genius how he's just doing all of this. Yeah. And the first thing I wrote down was proof of concept. Tory Lanez, at this point in his career, who probably feels like he don't have to show proof of concept to anybody. And let me tell the audience that when people are asking for proof of concept, if you actually believe in it and believe that you can prove the concept, then why not just do the concept?
Hey, can you define that terminology for those that might not know?
Proof of concept? Proof of concept is you go to somebody with an idea, but they want to know, like on Shark Tank. Proof. That's what proof of concept is. You go to Shark Tank with an idea, and they start asking you a bunch of questions to see how you know that this thing works. Where's the proof that your concept is actually what you say it is?
Right. And how has he shown that?
Because
through the quarantine radio thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's been able to show that his audience will follow him.
Well, now look. Yeah. Now this is what I mean, Parks. Tory Lanez has been right in front of our face. He's been here. He's not a new act. It's the same way people say, here's a great example. Boy, I'm spilling the beans. I got some good shit coming to y'all when we get to July.
Oh, come on, Joe. Now you talking.
When we get to July and August,
I'm gonna keep giving you the ball. You keep hitting the shot. We gonna run the same play all night until they stop it.
You know what it's like? This is my example. Vince Staples. Everybody when we look at Vince Staples, no matter what you think about his music, you kind of know what he would be like as a media entity, right?
Yeah. Different brain, different type of brain.
Yeah. Nothing is happening. Now, that's not because people have not approached Vince Staples about something, but these tone-deaf fucks can't seem to figure out what to do with Vince Staples. Yeah. How would it work? That's like somebody going to Spotify before we get there and saying, hey, I got a retired rapper and his two homeboys, and they're going to go talk some shit.
No, that's not working as a pitch.
No, I'm not.
No, we had to do it for 4 years.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So back to Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez has been here in front of your faces. He's been successful. He's been singing. He's been doing interviews. He's showed glimpses of personality. Nobody thought to come and say, yo, this is what we're doing. He did it. And when he did it, he only had, and this is proof of concept, from the start to where he ended, he only had about 1,500, 2,500 people in there at first. It wasn't so many sound effects. The hype man wasn't so active, right? It was just him doing some shit because he was bored, and it worked, and he stayed doing it. And then by that next week, he had however many people. It was a lot of people. The same way when I first clicked on D-Nice, it was 200 people. And then the end of the week, there was 10,000. Then it was 150,000.
Hipster. Right.
That makes me a hipster?
Yeah, because you was there with 200.
That does not make me hipster. But back to Tory Lanez. So proof of concept. Yes, that's important. Amassing audience. He did that on his own. Improve on concept. I think that's where a lot of our genius comes from.
Boy, have we done that a lot. The audience part.
Oh, no, go ahead.
The ability.
Please jump in wherever.
The ability to grab an audience that may not be from your core.
Yes.
A lot of people are now fans of Tory Lanez not because of his music, nor particularly give a single fuck about his music, but he may make more money elsewhere because of it. The same way people say you can't become a millionaire without more than one income stream. It's the same way with audiences. You can't have the same audience come back for the same exact product. You need to find something else to bring in if you want to bring in a mass audience. It's math at the end of the day. And you only have so many people like your music.
And he amassed this audience that may not necessarily be all the hypest about his music without the clickbaiting, clout chasing. You know, we always ask that on this podcast, like, how do you get the attention without, like, he did it. Well, you got to recognize when people do it.
That's a fact.
Improved on concept. Great.
Which I want to get to another point after to that clout chasing clickbait thing.
Go ahead.
Get through this.
I said a mass audience. Then I also wrote here growing audience.
Which
two different things. Requires two totally different sets of skill.
Yeah.
He did them both. Oh, and then make them loyal. Yo, if you're paying attention to what this kid has been doing,
you masterclassing now.
Because listen,
no, I'm not making a joke.
Very many people
pay for real classes that don't even give those first 5 you just gave.
He's smoking this shit, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, yo, I gotta be honest. I don't know if people recognize all the different things he's doing at once. They blocked him. He got the head of Instagram to bring him back, and before that, he started a whole new page that got 200,000 followers, like in an hour. Like, we were waiting for this.
But this doesn't surprise me with Tory, only because if you've ever seen him live, you understand that he's an entertainer.
Yeah.
And you understand that was his passion. Like, his passion is being in front of an audience and, commanding them to pay attention to him. And he's very energetic. He's high energy. So his success in this doesn't surprise me, because he is an entertainer, and he's going to find a way to fill that void if he feels like people are looking to be entertained. And not only that, I think Tory he moved through the industry with a chip on his shoulder.
100%.
I think he felt like he needed to prove himself. I think he felt like people weren't paying him as much attention as he felt his talent required. So I think when you have those things and you're passionate, passion is the main thing. When you're passionate about something, I think people like to see passion, because sometimes I think the people that have the biggest audiences are the passionate ones, because people sometimes are trying to find their passion. And I think in looking at passionate people, sometimes people find what they're passionate about.
That's true.
So to me, this thing with Tory isn't surprising, like, because he is a passionate, high energy guy. So this is right on brand for him. And again, man, I salute him. This is a really big thing, and I think this is a turning point for.
We all salute him, but he definitely gonna get these jokes after this list is done.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's
happening. That's happening still.
Oh yeah, but kind of back to the clickbait thing, and which I've also noticed. I know with verses, of course, we're talking about legends, and it's not fair to compare anyone to legends. But I've noticed in this pandemic, to your point with the clickbait thing and just doing things for in the moment, how unvaluable that type of shit is as far as chasing the sound of whatever's going on with music. Replay value has become so much more important during a pandemic. And I attribute that to also your antics on the internet. Like, it's only something that's going to happen for 1 fucking second, and then we're moving on. We've noticed when people are locked in their fucking houses, they're going back to what they want as replay value of what they care about.
Yeah.
And it's not, you can tell me you have 200 million listens on this specific song on YouTube. It means nothing in the larger scheme of things once that moment is passed. 200 million people will watch something for, you can get that in 1 day, 2 days.
Especially because the value of those streams is so
it's not going to mean much. Like, to the value of, for example, Tory not doing this clickbait based and forced to do some sensationalized bullshit to get people to come somewhere doesn't hold any value that, say, a YouTube will want to take. All right, well, we know you have this personality and we know you have some music. Let's do a concert series. That doesn't come with that type of shit. And when you're chasing a sound with music, don't expect people to fucking listen to your music when it matters. You're just chasing a moment.
Well,
and a pandemic has just shown me how much moments don't matter.
that leads to my very next thing that I have written down here, which is the ability to gracefully cross-promote. Now, most artists, a lot of artists rather, hate promotion. They want to live in the art. They want the art to speak for itself. The promotion part, we fall flat on. And normally when you get something cracking and then you try to introduce your new smash single, it just never works out. Somehow he managed to get this quarantine radio shit popping and successfully plug his project that was coming without annoying the people that didn't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
There's an art to that. As someone that hates promoting music, but was in the business of trying to sell music, boy, is there art to that. Hey, it's a lot of you niggas out there now that's suffering and going through that exact same thing where you don't know how to promote music, don't want to promote music, but you got to sell music. I know, it's fucked up.
Well, I'll tell you to that point, kind of on the flip side of that coin, I do feel for the artist that looks at the Tory Lanez and goes, nah, I'm just dead ass a musician and artist. I don't know how to play this game. I just know how to make good music. Like, I feel for that artist as well. Yeah, everyone's asking me at my label or within my management team, all right, you need to start doing something like this too to get your music out there elsewhere. Like, no, I'm just a musician, man. I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
That artist should not exist anymore. If you're in this industry and you feel like all you want to do is just make music and put it out, you're gonna have a hard time.
Maul, you can't say that.
Yeah, that's
man.
not fair.
It's not.
That's not fair, Maul.
Today, there are a lot of, especially super duper stars like Beyonce and Kendrick's, those people of that nature. If you are an exceptional talent, you can just do music and perform. I mean, not during the pandemic, obviously, but
if you think that all Beyonce does is do music and perform,
no, I didn't mean to diminish her.
No, what I think y'all miss what I'm saying. I'm saying that an artist, you should know the more of the business. Is what I'm saying. You should know more about different areas of the business, different areas of how to, one, protect your art, how to reap the most from your art, and how to share your art with the world. Because if you put it in the hands of other people and leave it up to them to share your art, sometimes your art gets misinterpreted.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree with you. I just am not going to judge those artists because I know the information is still being kept from them. Like, yeah, it's real niggas out here giving it up. So I mean, if you're in search of it, that's what
I mean, Joe. Now it's more easy. It's easier to find. It's easier to hear these stories now about how a lot of artists get jerked. Like when you was on Everyday Struggle and Yachty didn't know what his contract was. Like you almost passed out at the thought of that. Like how in this year, in this age, with all this information steadily readily available, how do you not know what kind of deal you're in? And that was shocking to you, but that's what I'm saying. Artists should at least know the business.
Wait, real quick. Let me jump in right there because this is a great time to come clean about something that I've thought about with that whole Yachty situation. I 100% agree that every act should know their contract, and I'm flabbergasted. At least I'm flabbergasted to find out when artists don't know their contract. Mm-hmm. In that particular moment, the same praise that I speak of Bad Boy with. Today, in hindsight, I speak of QC with as well. Like,
yeah, because there are machines.
Yeah, they are a machine. Like, they are controlling a certain market share, and if they want to do it for you, they can do it for you. So they would be deserving of what they're asking for. But you should still be aware.
Yeah.
You should still be aware.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. That's what I meant to say with the upper echelon artists. Not everyone has to do a quarantine radio because there are artists that have machines behind them or are just so immensely talented that they will cut through without having to do anything but just recording music and performing music. Again, obviously not during the pandemic, but that's a very rare and small percentage of people. Though.
Yeah, Parks. Right. That's a point I was going to make that not every artist is a machine in themselves. Fuck the people like around them. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the rarest thing ever when someone can in the NBA dribble, pass, shoot, drive. Like that's how superstars are created. Some artists can just shoot a three-pointer and they're the best at it and they want nothing to do with anything in the paint. Leave me the fuck out the paint. So it's tough that now they have to come in and you're forcing someone that only wants to shoot a three-pointer to now assist, dunk. But I'm not even tall enough to dunk. What the fuck? This ain't even part of my life. Like it's it's tough to put an artist in that situation when all they literally want to do is create music. Like I think that the ones that benefit more today are the ones that
learn the business.
Oh no,
that learn the business, that know how to do more. Mm-hmm. Like back to your point, Rory. Yeah, okay. If you have a big man now and all he can do is rebound, his career is going to be short lived.
I agree.
And let me
you got to be able to shoot. You got to be able to pass. You got to be able to defend.
And let me add.
My point was.
Real quick. Let me just add to Maul's point as someone who's been on the unfortunate side of this coin. The dudes that are playing the business game in the business normally are doing somewhat better than the people that only care about the art.
Oh, well, that's no. Everything you guys are saying is correct. What I started this entire thing was I feel for those artists that literally just want to come in and create the art. That was my original point from Get. Like, I feel for that artist because 1000%, you have to know the business how to be successful.
That's why what TDE is doing and has done is so amazing. It's so amazing to me and so amazing, period. Because it seems like they keep finding artists that are about the art and making them win in business.
Yeah.
And it's a real amazing feat to watch.
But you have to be to a certain caliber of artist to have that luxury. Like,
for sure.
Like
they're not signing to anybody.
Yeah. And like even like Cole, for example, who we would say in the rap world is a superstar. He struggled in the beginning having to, all right, you got to chase the single. You got to do this appearance. You got to be part of this. You have to be active on socials.
He'll never say it, but I think TDE really helped him.
Oh, I think TDE certainly helped how Dreamville.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like TDE taught Dreamville, but I think they looked at Dreamville, or pardon, they looked at TDE and was like, all right, we can do something on a lesser scale without the monster of Jimmy Iovine, but we could do it the way we want to do it.
It can be done.
Yeah.
We can go find the artsy person and
make
do
them,
it.
Yeah, we can take my fan base, which is arenas, and put them on to real art shit that we like.
Yeah, I agree. Last on my list for Tory Lanez is to innovate/introduce, which is what I feel like he did with that whole YouTube performance thing where he was talking to fans and they were tipping him $20 at a time. This has been a really genius independent rollout. I have to say it.
Absolutely.
I tip my hat to the guy.
And not only that, it's exciting. I think it's an exciting time. I think, we're gonna look back at this and point to this like this was a turning point for a lot of things.
Fuck that. You remember a few months ago, Maul? I don't know what talk we was having, but the culmination of it was, hey, rollout just really ain't that important. We want the music. I think this pandemic has reversed that all the way.
Yeah.
Like today I have a better appreciation for how you're rolling out your music because it takes some unique shit to cut through with all the real shit going on in the world.
Absolutely. Well, this don't get it twisted. This changed, a lot of things. It forces you to create. You have to create ways to still be visible, to still create, to still move in business. You can't have an audience in front of you like physically, but that doesn't mean you can't reap the benefits of having people in an arena. So you do something, you bring in technology, you bring in different ideas of how to still give people that energy and that passion from in their living room, but still you can be rewarded for that. You know what I mean? Like,
do y'all see Kehlani's album artwork?
I have, yes.
Yeah, I like
man, I don't want to be the guy to say this toxic shit, man. But I'm going to say it,
Here comes some toxic shit.
I got it. I'm going to say it.
Say it.
I don't know what she went through. I'm sure it was hurtful. But we about to get some great shit.
Friday.
She is smoking this rollout. She's smoking the songs.
Well, I
don't want to sound like I'm just saying that because she called in here, because I'm not. This was our vibe before she called in here.
Fuck the rollout for me, my personal. I don't give a fuck about the rollout from my fan base. Her music has been hitting for the past few records. Yeah. So that's what I'm...
Y'all hear Rory talking to his fan base?
No, my fan base, me.
No, Rory. No, Rory's fan base.
No, not my fan base. Me.
Me, Kehlani.
He's saying he's the fan base.
I'm saying he's Kehlani.
I'm not Kehlani.
He's saying he's Kehlani.
I'm not Kehlani.
All right, go ahead. My bad.
I do want to add something to the business conversation, though. We often say, artists should know the business, which is very true. But on top of that, artists that are planning on moving independently and are in that upper echelon category need to apply creativity outside of the art, which is a different conversation. Like, you can know all the splits and publishing information you want in the world, but if you're not thinking creatively about how to reach your shit out there, that's kind of the key.
Yeah, for sure. And I love what Royce was saying during his press run for his album. Yeah, owning your masters is great, but if your music sucks, there's no point.
Right.
They're not going to create any revenue just by owning them.
Right.
Like, there's a bunch of other things you need to take into consideration before you even get your business right. As far as making this even matter.
Right.
So
yeah, the business alone is important, but there are other factors. And
it's not just knowing the business.
There's more important ones at the end of the day.
Y'all talking about some real shit. Somebody just sent me Holly in a fight last night.
Who's Holly?
Yeah, that was floating around. I got that. Somebody sent that to me too.
Yeah, well, see why we not friends really no more. That leads to something I want to talk about. Like, why y'all send me the goodies?
The goodies.
Joe, that wasn't because I looked at it and I laughed. I wasn't paying no mind to that bullshit.
Well, was she getting busy?
No.
Okay. Okay. I don't know who Holly is or who this fight is, but
that's my nigga. I love Holly, but
no, yeah, Holly is my people, but
that wasn't a good look.
Wasn't the victor?
This didn't look like a W.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't a brutal like beating. It wasn't that either.
Everybody gets beat up in their life.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's cool. It wasn't a beating, but yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of beat downs and Tory Lanez, Maul's former artist went crazy out there.
look how fast that's I know.
That is your. What was the name of your management crew?
No, what was the name of your management crew?
I never had a management crew.
Yeah, I know.
Hip hop since 1997.
Yeah, I know.
Since 97.
That was Maul's.
Yeah.
Now this I'll be honest with the audience. The Selena Powell girl, I don't know anything about. I don't. What I hear is she's this 2020 version of Cat Stacks, even though you could never, bitch.
Disrespect a legend.
Yeah, put some respect on Cat Stacks.
Legend herself.
Well, wait, who's winning the verses?
Cat Stacks.
Okay, all right, cool. My bad.
Are you fuck? What's wrong with you?
I don't know nothing
Cat
about
Stacks
this girl.
created a
cut your mic
for a lot
off,
of these
man.
chicks, though.
Cut your mic off.
Who won in the Superhead versus Cat Stacks verses?
Cut your mic off again, man.
Again, cut it off.
Yeah. Why is his mic still on? So I don't know very much about the Selena Powell girl. Long story less long from what I hear. She's running around trolling a bunch of rappers, but I guess some of it is serious. She's actually sucking some of these niggas' dicks. How these rappers fall for this stuff is beyond me. I think this girl might even try to DM me one time and just read like somebody that's trying to put some shit out. It's like, get out of here. And that's the extent of my knowledge to this young lady.
I've watched some interviews.
I don't know where she's from. I don't know where she resides, but the story allegedly goes that Selena Powell was in front of Tory Lanez's Miami condo for some reason.
I mean,
why is she in front of Tory Lanez's Miami condo?
There's women outside of Miami condos.
I saw one story that said
I don't know if she's been to Miami.
She lives there.
Okay.
I refuse to believe that Tory Lanez and Selena Powell live in the same condo building.
You never know.
Why? Why is that hard to believe?
Condo building. What do you mean, why is that hard to believe?
I'm kind of rolling with Maul. Why is that hard to believe?
Because I believe Tory Lanez to be a multimillionaire.
Not to say live.
And I believe
not to say live.
Selena
Have
Powell
access to people that live in that building is what I'm suggesting.
No, I'm saying live
that's
too.
a different
You act like these chicks don't have 3, 4, 5 niggas that fuck with them that they get money from every month where they can afford these places. I know chicks that's wearing the same jewelry as a multi-platinum rappers. As a matter of fact, more jewelry than these multi-platinum rappers.
And it be theirs.
Well, okay, you're absolutely correct. I didn't know this was the hill we would die on, but fine.
No, I'm just saying, you can't say,
right.
I don't think she would live there. Why not?
Well, I'm talking about an assumption that I made.
No, this is
foolish
normal.
me. Foolish me. Shouldn't assume. Maybe she does live there.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some sugar daddy nigga putting up. Who knows? We don't know. You're right.
Or maybe she's into real estate. You guys don't know.
Yeah, maybe she's showing a home there.
Maybe she has businesses that we're not aware of.
Yeah, no, it's true. Or maybe she escorts on that block. Who knows?
Who knows?
There's so many options.
Yeah.
Who are we to judge?
Mad niggas I fuck that live in this building. Yeah, I understand. I get it. All right, but anyway, she was loitering down there.
Loitering. She was trespassing.
She was loitering down there. And I guess her and Tory Lanez allegedly had an exchange of words when he was coming out. And while they were exchanging
taking his
words,
trash out.
your athletic former artist runs up from behind and snuffleupaguses the poor, unsuspecting Selena Powell. Kaylin Garcia pounds her out, poop, 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 allegedly, and then flees the scene.
Yo, Mo, you know how sick Joe is? He keeps referring to Kaylin as your former client instead of his.
Listen, man, that's what homies is for. Sometimes you gotta take the bullet.
Yeah,
man.
no,
Go
it's
ahead,
cool.
man. Whatever, man. I'll take it.
I'm blocked.
That changes everything, right, Joe?
Yeah, you're not blocked.
Yeah. I know. No, it's all good. I'll take that.
Yeah. So and
shout out to Kaylin.
Then of course, shout out to Kaylin. Then she fled the scene with Tory Lanez and his bodyguard.
Fled the scene
in a Bentley.
Yeah.
And that is what we have of the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
allegedly,
and then Selena Powell posts a picture of her in a wheelchair with a neck brace on, saying, "See you in court, bitch."
Okay.
Yeah.
React.
Kaylin's tough.
I mean,
yeah, she does have a twerk. She works out. She's in shape.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she can handle herself.
Kaylin's in shape. She's athletic.
Zumba punched the shit out of her.
Yeah. Allegedly. This is all alleged. But I don't know, man.
I can see them fleeing together.
Well,
how do you think
maybe we had plans. Maybe we were on our way somewhere originally. So after that little sidebar, we just continued on our destination. We didn't flee. We were leaving to go somewhere anyway.
Yeah, it was hungry.
We had an appointment. We had
we were fleeing the scene anyway.
Yeah, we were.
We have to define flee. I was on my way out.
I was leaving. You were downstairs in front of the building, like.
And first of all, this is my crib. This is my scene.
Right.
Why are you even at my scene?
Right. It just amazes me that shit like this is happening when like we're literally supposed to be inside. Like, niggas is supposed to be in the house.
It just amazes me that Tory Lanez is now both of our Eskimo brothers.
Who's both of ours? Me?
Awkward silence.
He was talking to Savon.
How's it me and you? I don't know. If you got some information that I don't know, then you can share.
Oh, I mean, forget it then.
I definitely was lost. I don't know.
Awkward.
Yeah, I don't know if me and Tory Lanez
nigga tight.
Oh
shit.
Nah, I don't know if me and Tory Lanez are Eskimo brothers. Are we?
No, I'm just told you. I just
gave you the info.
I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know. You know what Eskimo brother means?
Yeah, no, but I didn't know that. You just told me something.
That means y'all both killed.
Okay, that's what's up. I don't know who you talk about, but I'll take it. It is what it is. But that's just okay. That's kind of awkward, but all right.
Yeah, niggas be awkward when they find out who they brothers with.
I had no idea.
You can't take it personally.
Yeah, now I see why Maul think I'm mad at all these niggas, man.
Is that why Maul is mad at Tory Lanez?
I'm mad at Tory Lanez. Why am I mad at Tory Lanez?
You getting somewhere now, bro.
According to him. According to him, not according to you.
Tory was mad. I think he felt some type of way about me saying Joyner was a better rapper. And I still do think Joyner Lucas is a better rapper. That's the only thing I've ever said that Tory would feel some type of way about.
I went back to that battle, by the way, and we were wrong.
About what?
I don't want to make this like the Tory Fest podcast, but we were wrong. Go back and listen to that shit.
No, Tory, listen. Tory tore his ass up.
We, nigga. I said it then.
Right. Tory tore his ass up.
That was Maul and Parks and you.
No, okay, listen. All right, listen. Because this is something that I've thought about even back then. And I know
we
why
definitely
I say
riding dick. It's been an hour.
Yeah, this is nasty.
There's been a lot of Tory.
No, it's not about riding dick. We having a conversation. Tory has flow. His flow is amazing, especially for a dude
with your chicks.
That a dude that flows with melody. It comes across better. When I say rapper, I mean like I don't think he says better shit than Joyner was saying.
That nigga saying, but do he say better shit to your girls than you?
I don't know.
That's what we getting at.
I don't know.
He might.
I don't know what he be saying.
Which is fine. You know you been stopped singing and he didn't. The fuck is you talking?
Yeah.
Fuck is you talking about, nigga? Fuck is you talking about? You're not singing to him no more. What do you mean?
I never say no to chicks though. That wasn't my thing. Yeah, nah, that wasn't my thing.
See?
I was getting chicks before the deal though. That's the difference.
Talk your shit.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas get the deal and then all of a sudden.
No, don't say a lot of niggas. We talking about one nigga.
No, but a lot of niggas though. A lot of niggas just started getting pussy, Joe. You know that. You know, don't we not gonna do that? Like, let's not do that.
No, it's true. Hey, listen, speaking of dudes getting awkward when their Eskimo brother come around, right?
That's not awkward, man.
Fucking Bow Wow.
That shit is funny.
Popped up in my DMs the other day, talking about.
Sometimes you gotta do that though.
Yeah, I forgot what video he was talking about. It was a video of me talking about Gloria. You talking about, you too?
That video from 03.
I'm like, you in here looking for camaraderie, nigga. I loved her.
I had a real thing, a moment.
Yeah,
Bro, I was pissed when I found out you hit. I'm on her side.
Oh, yo, that is hilarious, man. I'm joking, of course. Shout out to Gloria Velez. Shout out to Bow. I don't even know if he's telling the truth, but it's just funny when niggas do that.
That's weird though. To DM a dude to say I hit as well. That's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird to me. To me, that's odd.
But see, this is what I'm trying to.
That's weird to me.
See, then when I
to
say
DM some
shit,
dude you
me,
don't
man.
know, like yo, I hit, bro.
Well,
but niggas do that because niggas care.
Y'all don't know each other.
We
Come
mad.
on.
Don't do
right.
that. Don't do that. We've partied and whipped together. It's the night I met Nancy. Yeah, Mo, what's up with you?
Nothing, man.
Why you
Nothing, man. Nothing, man. I'm chilling.
Did Bow introduce you to Nancy?
No. I did that on my own.
Yeah.
I did that on my own.
That was ISO?
Yeah. Smooth, too.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody I was with knew a thing.
Yeah.
When you can get that one off, that's good.
I miss Whip a little bit.
Whip was fun.
Shit, I don't miss it now. But when I was still going out, I missed it.
I miss Guest House.
All of that shit.
I miss home.
NYC nightlife is never the same. It was never the same.
Shit, I miss the bar up the street. We can't even go outside. I miss anything. First place y'all going when we allow back out. They say New York is opening back May 15th.
Wait, when I go outside,
I'll tell you that.
Yeah. That was a two different question. I'm not going anywhere on May 15th.
No, I mean when you go outside.
That's a good question. I might
when is it gonna be safe
my
to fly
Italian spot in Little Italy for dinner. Probably my first move.
I don't think we're gonna be able to do that for a while.
No,
like restaurants. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that.
They're saying that they're gonna let the restaurants open at 30% capacity. What they're not saying is that no restaurant can function at 30% capacity.
Yeah, like how does that even?
They're just not telling us certain shit. Speaking of them not telling us certain shit, if you watch that Outside the Shadows doc on YouTube that I recommended last night, I watched The Fall of Cabal 1 through 10.
1 through 10 is funny.
1 through 10. You was locked in?
Check it out.
Were they hour episodes too?
Huh? No.
Okay.
It was like probably 25 minutes.
Oh, all right.
A piece.
Oh,
all 10 was only 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Get right to it.
Yeah. So Mo, what you gonna do, man? Text Kaylin, tell her chill out.
I will.
That's correct. Did Kaylin ever deck anybody for y'all?
Who?
That's cool, bro.
No, she tried to talk shit to Terry. It just didn't. It was different.
Oh yeah, that was on the TV.
Yeah, it was.
That was on the tube.
I didn't buy it. On the tube. What else is going on? What else is important out here in the world? All right, Maul, real quick. I don't want to have a long, extensive conversation about this, but your guy is back on the loose.
Who's that?
DaBaby.
Yeah, I just read that, man.
Well, let me read it to you now. This is straight from TMZ.
A credible source.
Credible source. It says DaBaby can't keep his hands to himself if you believe a driver, blah, 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 blah. This is saying that he attacked the driver in Vegas. And then let me just say Vegas is the spot to attack a driver. Vegas is the spot for anything. The driver got a call to pick up DaBaby in Vegas back in November, and the rapper and some friends hopped into his Mercedes Sprinter van. We're told after a few stops, DaBaby and his friends sparked a joint, and the driver told them that was a huge no-no. Cops say the rapper and his friends started cursing out the driver and threatened him. When they got to the Hard Rock Hotel, the driver told his passengers it was time to pay up. The driver claims DaBaby punched him in the back of the head and said, "You ain't the boss." Wait. All of us have been in this exact same story. Trying to go somewhere in Vegas, hopping in the Sprinter and trying to light a joint, and the driver saying no. But anyway, our law enforcement sources say one of the suspects said, "You're lucky you're not in my city because I would have killed you, cracker motherfucker."
Just Joe's an idiot.
Sounds like a bad script.
We're told DaBaby and his company got their bags, but not before someone allegedly said they would have left the driver dead on the road. We're now told there's an active arrest warrant to bring in DaBaby for misdemeanor battery. And I tossed the ball to Maul
I want DaBaby to.
Maul was in the sprinter.
People in his.
Maul was in the sprinter.
No, I wasn't in the sprinter. His people in his corner need to. They need to recognize that he needs therapy.
Help.
I think he has PTSD. You got to realize this is somebody that killed someone, and then was thrown right into superstardom. So I don't think he had the chance to kind of like really, deal with that traumatic event and get help for that. So I think that he's just on edge a lot. When you go through a situation like that where you actually have to not only shoot, but you killed someone, and what I mean, that takes a toll on you mentally. And I don't think he ever had the amount of time to really deal with that, to heal from that situation. He was thrown right into being a fucking superstar maybe 2 months after that. So it's kind of like, people have to say, you know what, we got to give this kid a break. Give him time to heal, give himself time to really get past that, because I mean it's clear at this point that this is a dude that's on edge. He's working on a short fuse, and it comes from shit in your past. And again, we like to talk about it here. We don't really, like, as men, we don't address our mental health enough, especially when you're successful and getting money. You kind of think that can mask a lot of those things, and that's not how it works, because when the arena closes and the fans go home, you still have to sit in your mind and think. So yeah, I like DaBaby a lot, man. I think he's super talented. I just think that if he doesn't address this situation that he has and this issue that he has as far as his mental health, I think that this is going to be a tragic story for us, and that's going to unfold right in front of us. And yeah, it's time at this point for the people around him that love him, genuinely love him, not just that need him, who he's paying bills for and all of that. The people that really love him and know him for real, they need to get close to him and just, get him some help, man, and sit down and make sure that your boy is right, because, if he goes, and, a lot of shit will fall after that. So praying for him, man, because I really like that dude, man. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the situations we've seen as of the past 2 to 3 have been such avoidable, small situations that didn't need to happen that I completely agree with you saying he's certainly on a short fuse.
Yeah, for sure.
These situations could have been so minuscule and so easy to avoid that now we're dealing with criminal charges. When we don't,
when you're a superstar,
this
you don't
isn't
even
what you
talk
need.
to the,
this ain't what you
not
need.
to say it like that, but if you're the superstar, you're not even talking to a sprinter driver about a bill.
You shouldn't.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That
No,
doesn't
you
even
shouldn't
get
at
to
all.
you. That doesn't even filter down to.
That's not a status thing. That's just a liability thing. You shouldn't be
I don't
nowhere near
have
none of that
conversation.
shit. Like,
I'm not the one that's directly paying.
no, this isn't us trying to make. Well, no, it is in some degree of trying to make celebrities gods in a way that they need to not do that, because unfortunately how the court system is set up with suing people in these types of cases, they're going to go after the guy with the money. They're not going to go after just, you need to stay away from it. Right. That's kind of my issue with everything with going on with DaBaby. It's never a huge situation that couldn't have been avoided. It's such a small thing that we didn't even need to hear about this.
And the part about it, about there being, about all of them being such very small things, is that even if you had handled all of them and they all maybe got thrown out the way or dismissed or never went before a judge, when you go before a judge once, they look at all that shit. They look at every single incident, and I'm not saying that's the correct way to go about things, but they look at they look at your whole track record, shit that never made it to court, shit that's in the newspaper, shit that's in the blogs. They're looking at it. So I mean, it's just
they try to paint a picture and develop a pattern.
Yeah. So I mean,
this just paints
I hate
the
when we
picture
help
more.
them. I hate when we help them, man. I pray for DaBaby. I hope he's all right, but I definitely hope that this pattern stops at some point.
Yeah. He just has to get help. Honestly, he has to get the help that he needs.
Yeah.
I always like to highlight when podcasters or creators in general are going through things with their distributor / DSP / media, multimedia outlet.
Their partner.
And we've got one here, and this one is pretty juicy.
Don't say that word.
Give us the juice. Pause.
It's juicy.
Okay.
No, listen, I have, I try to speak to a lot of the other podcasters out there, and I have heard horror stories from up-and-coming podcasters.
Same.
About just not knowing the rules, not knowing the boundaries, not knowing their worth, signing something out of desperation. I've heard them all. Very rarely do we get a big fish. It's like going fishing. You get something big on the line. Yeah, this is a big one. This is juicy, to me anyway. I'm going to read this off page 6, and I'm talking about Barstool. Hey, Dave. Barstool and their Smash podcast, Call Me Daddy. Are any of you familiar with that?
I've never listened. Familiar with the name?
I've never listened, but I know what you're talking about.
Well, when I and we were being courted by Barstool is when I got wind of this podcast, and there were 2 young white girls that just sat around and talked sports shit in a very white girl type of way. Both attractive girls. The show was a hit from the moment they started it.
Yeah.
From the second they did it, it was the biggest show there, gained a huge audience, and they were cracking shit. And that's how I learned about them, through that courtship. But I'm going to read this from the New York Post. This says the hosts of raunchy hit podcast Call Her Daddy claim they're being heinously oppressed by sports media behemoth Barstool Sports, which launched the show. Barstool has defended itself to page 6, telling us it made them into quote unquote superstars using its $1 million marketing machine. Before I even read any more, we've heard this before.
Yeah.
How we feel about this may be different, but yeah, this is the same as our Mace Puff argument. This is the same as we've just heard this story before about, hey, I got this shit popping. No, you didn't. I kind of got it popping with my multi-million-dollar marketing machine. You didn't do shit. You're just talent. Anyway, I continue. It says Alexandra Cooper and Sophia Franklin, who launched the show in 2018, have stopped recording the weekly podcast and launched the Free the Fathers hashtag, suggesting they're being imprisoned or even enslaved by the company. But someone leaked their contracts to us. But someone, hint, leaked their contracts to us, and industry insiders who reviewed them tell us the deal is actually pretty sweet for a new podcast with unproven hosts. There we go. That's the second method that they always go to. Unproven hosts. Who were you before you got here? You were a nobody.
Yep.
Oh, God, I hate it. The contract says that they're each making $75,000 annually as a base salary, going up to $100,000 after 3 years, with an additional $2,500 an episode. Dig this: for every 10% of listeners that can pull in above their average, above their average. The deal adds up to a steady 6-figure take-home. Insiders estimate. Would you like to chime in now, or should I continue reading?
Continue reading.
But we're told that the real money for the pair is in TV and book spinoff deals, which they can't cash in on. Duh, guess why? Do I have to read the next sentence to you guys?
Because they own
You fucking right. Of course Barstool owns it. The financer normally owns it.
Yep.
Which they can't cash in on because Barstool owns the show's intellectual property, such as its name, logo, and concept.
Well, do they own their likability, though? Because that'll change. You can't do the Call Me Daddy book or whatever it is. Do they own their likability?
No.
Their likeness?
Their likeness, whatever it is.
No, Barstool owns all of that as it pertains to Call Me Daddy. It says, if I was their agent, I'd tell them that now is the time to get out of their deal or renegotiate it, said one. They're huge right now. You don't want to wait until after your moment has passed. Barstool rep tells us, in the case of Call Her Daddy, we took a risk on unproven talent and put the full resources of Barstool Sports and our $1 million marketing machine behind them to make them huge. The rep told us they've been given significant raises. The goal with all of our talent here, including Alex and Sophia, is at the end of their contract, their personal brands are worth far more than they started. And I'll end that there. Somebody else said that for unproven talent, that's a hell of a contract that they secured. What do you gentlemen think about this? Where do you stand? I have to highlight it.
Well, here's the thing.
Who created the show?
I don't know much about. I'm with Parks there. I don't know much about who they are, and was this a podcast prior to? Did Barstool adopt this when they had maybe low viewership? Or did Barstool just find,
Barstool, to my knowledge, created
sports. Let's put you two together.
I want to say that Barstool is responsible for that part. I don't know, but to my knowledge,
if they are, then it seems like, okay, I can kind of side with Barstool on it. If this was their show that they created and just found two hosts for the show.
If this was literally two chicks that they casted and gave them each $75,000 a year off a complete unknown podcast, sure, that's a pretty significant deal.
Doesn't look as bad.
But that doesn't add up. I don't think they would be giving out that much money to people that didn't have some sort of
following.
That's why I asked that question. That's why I can't fully answer this.
I'm on the total other side of that. What do you mean that you don't think they would be giving people that much money? That's not that much money.
Yeah, especially if you don't know exactly how much Barstool is making.
That's not that much money.
I'm aware of to some degree of what Barstool is worth because I've read, their deal that brought them to New York.
Barstool has money.
Of course.
They sold some shares, got some money. Barstool's doing all right. Gilly and them are over there doing all right. But, I mean, you got to highlight this stuff, especially if I'm Gilly. I'm watching stuff like this. But,
well, of course. That's his label mate, and I don't mean that in a funny way. It's a label mate.
But, yeah, no, this stuff is important to pay attention to. And no, I don't necessarily think that's a lot of money. Now, that's part of the problem. I want to make a point. Part of the problem is no podcaster out here really knows how much you should be making. I want to start there.
That's why I'm saying some shit.
Knows how much you should be versus how much you
should be.
Know what your worth is.
Should be.
You have to know your worth.
And
yeah, but you have to know your worth. Comparative to, is that a word? Comparative.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. If not,
it is. Yeah. It is.
In comparison to
the market,
right,
and what's happening in the market. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. So when I say no podcaster knows really what they should be making,
they're not going to tell you what they're making.
No, you'll never find out. Nobody's giving you true analytics.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but
they're giving you analytics that they want to negotiate based upon.
Yeah, exactly.
Even back to what we were saying.
But if you take these two girls,
$75,000 out of chicks out of nowhere,
I'm about to say yes,
or anyone out of nowhere, I also need to know where they fell in the Barstool podcast network.
They're number one.
No. I'm saying when it started, when they first started, because Barstool has a significant podcast network now where if we launch a podcast, it's going to get significant traffic
they
just
got
off
to
our
number
name.
one quickly.
Okay. So I'm still saying I'm not so
we
much
got
to
to
side,
number one quickly.
Yeah. Not to side with Barstool or with those girls. $75,000 off. You shouldn't take a salary deal off that to begin with, but that's a significant amount of money.
You can't
if this
tell
is
the
nothing.
white girls not to do that.
You can tell anyone not to take anything.
Podcasters out there are quitting their jobs if their podcast is going to pull in $75,000 to $100,000 a year.
As I'm said, no. Key word there was salary. If you can bring that in with ad revenue, fuck yeah. But if you're going to put me on salary Rory, on something that's Barstool,
see, and this is where you and I normally go awry, and I always say that this is white privilege from you. Why you think that they get ad anything?
No, that's not white privilege. If Barstool started the show, take the salary. You have no choice. Barstool starting a show and said, I think you'd be great for this. I'm talking about somebody that started a show. I'm not taking a salary off that. That's not white privilege. That's fucking business.
But that's not how the business is happening out here.
For me saying shut up and take a salary is not me being white privileged.
What I'm saying is if Barstool didn't create the show, if these two young ladies created the show, brought it to Barstool, it popped off with Barstool's marketing and their finances behind them, and Barstool is outsourcing or the fucking procuring the ads.
Well, I'm asking from a network standpoint, where were they with their network?
We know Barstool was getting ads for their platform before these two white girls got here.
Of course. Yeah. No. I'm asking where they was at with their podcast network. I keep saying the same thing that you're not addressing. I can't answer that because I don't know where Barstool's podcast network was. If Barstool puts out a fucking podcast now, it's getting mad traffic because of their network.
But I'm trying to teach you something right now. Who cares where the network was? because that's the duality that's at stake right now. It's the podcasts that are actually performing versus the podcasts that maybe aren't really, but they got a whole bunch of ad money coming in. We're gonna have that real talk soon.
Well, then let me then let me teach you something there that's not privilege. If I end up becoming the #1 shit and I'm on the same salary as a podcast that's not doing shit, I made the wrong fucking deal.
Rory, welcome.
No, I know that.
Yes. Yeah.
Where are we different here?
Oh, because you're saying I made the wrong fucking deal. I'm saying that's something that the podcaster normally has to sit with themselves. Because typically we make the wrong deal. Most of us out there have a wrong deal or two in our history.
It's a new blueprint.
And these are two young girls who I'm assuming have never done this before. I don't know their history. But I have to assume that they're fresh in the game. They don't know all the different streams of income that might come along with the shit or how much they were really worth to Barstool. They probably never thought they would even shoot up to #1 so quickly. Yeah. But they did it. So now, what do you do in that spot is what I'm asking y'all. Fuck arguing about the spot. What do you do? Do you say, fuck y'all, I'm gonna stop recording? You made me make another one? I just read somebody say, I think Barstool found their Call Me Daddy replacement. I haven't researched that yet, but I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. What do you do as the talent there, and what do you do as the corporation, is what I'm asking you, gentlemen.
Well, again, that has to do with the contract, depending where we're at with it.
Well, the contract I just read. If they make 75 grand, if you're the person that's making
when does the contract end, is what I'm saying.
It doesn't say.
That would change where I'm at with it. If
my thing is this. My thing is always
to ride out of that contract.
If you have, say that's the contract, and you feel like,
depending where it is. I'm sorry.
Say that's your contract, and you feel like Barstool fucked you, like they jerked us. My thing is, even through that, perform, build an audience, build a platform. You're gonna make your money at some point, because now, if we're the #1 podcast here, and we've bringing in all of these numbers, y'all can fuck us on the first deal. Cool, we took the loss. But at some point, you have the power in the renegotiation to say, you see what we did. We know what y'all did the first go around. That won't happen again. So now show us how much you're willing to either pay to keep this and we keep growing this here, or we take what we've already built and you see what we're doing here and we go another route. So people get caught up in, we got jerked. Okay, cool. Let them, fine. As long as you learn and you know the business now, you know the field, cool. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being great at what you're doing. Keep building what you're doing. But at some point, y'all have to sit back across that table from each other, and now we talk real. Like, okay, we know we took the loss on the first go round. We recognize that. We ate that. We sat with that. Y'all know what we did, though. Y'all see what we did. How much are y'all willing to pay to continue this?
I'm not willing to pay shit. I own your likeness, and you can't do nothing if I don't support it, because it's not going to fly. And I can go find 2 more unknown people that are willing to come in here and work for 75 grand and not give me a hassle.
Let's see it.
And to that point, if those 2 women are that confident in their ability to do a podcast, to what Maul just said, all right, see it then. Go ahead, replace us with someone else.
Do it.
I know my ability and what I bring.
Because we don't, regardless, Joe, the creator doesn't lose in that situation because we have our audience. And that's more valuable than any platform that you have. Or we have our audience. They're going to follow us.
I think that's a privileged take that you have.
I mean, of course, I'm speaking from a standpoint where we can't speak like that.
Unique position. Actually, the unique position you speak of is why I low-key took offense to Rory's little leader joke a few podcasts back. I would have never allowed us to be in this position. I would have never allowed us to be in a position where any company is going to look at us and say, nah, y'all wasn't doing X, Y, Z before you got here. Excuse me? No.
Right. And I understand that, but what I'm saying is...
I want you to put yourself in the mind of, and you're not there, so it might be tough, but put yourself in the mind of the person that, hey, maybe without this 75 grand a year and without this job, I may have a difficult time.
Well, I don't think that was the question that you asked us.
You're bringing it to
a
that's not true. I asked you what you would do as the person on the talent side and what you would do as the corporation side. I asked you both.
Oh, well, on the talent side, I'm definitely.
You answered the talent side. Maul answered the talent side.
At that point, I need to see again. I had to see where we're at in the contract because that would change how I would maneuver through it. If we have a couple months left, let's not make our fan base not hear our podcast. Let's just ride this shit out in the meantime, and then we can address everything with our lawyers for renegotiation. And if we gotta leave, we gotta leave.
What do you do as the corporation?
You have the leverage. What are you talking about?
See,
you said what? What did Rory say? I didn't hear you.
They have the leverage. What are you talking? No,
and that's why this conversation.
The creators have the leverage, or
no, the corporation.
See, I don't believe that the corporation has the leverage.
I think they both kind of have leverage in different ways.
Yeah, I don't. No, they have the leverage in the contract in owning the likeness of something that's bringing in a lot of revenue to them. All right, I don't think that podcast brings in $75,000 each for those women. Obviously, it's a really lucrative. I think they
bring in much more. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's a very lucrative podcast.
Yeah.
So that's why I say Barstool in this instance would have the leverage because they own the likeness of a podcast that is bringing in much more than the salary that they are paying their co-hosts. So if I'm I'm sitting here with my contract because that's just business in what it is.
I think creators always have the leverage, man. I'm sorry.
Always?
I'm sorry. Always.
Why always?
It depends on the contract.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. And it's like the example, the Jordan documentary, everybody was talking about Pippen's contract. It was fucked up, this, that, and third. But again, he signed the contract based on he wasn't willing to gamble on his health and his career. He wanted to secure something. And to be clear, Pippen made over $100 million in his career. I think people lost that somewhere. So he got paid. But you can't, it's like when Jerry Krause tried to say the organization won the championship. And Mike was mad at that. Like, Mike was like, what? Like, no, the players won. Like, we went out there and we did the work. So, in saying the Bulls have the leverage, no, they don't. Because if you don't have a creator like Michael Jordan or a creator like Scottie Pippen or a creator like Dennis Rodman, there's no success there. Now, you can gamble and try to go find, these creators somewhere else. And how many years are you going to be trying to find something that's going to work and actually be successful? Are you willing to do that? Because you can go out and find somebody to sit in the seat and do a podcast.
I can 100%.
Is it going to be successful?
I just want to chime in. I can 100% answer that in July.
Well, okay, we can answer that in July. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that the companies always have the leverage. I'm sorry. I think that you can have a platform, you can have this nice office space and all of this. If you don't have anybody to create something that people are willing to tune in for, you don't have anything but a fucking nice office space. I'm sorry. Well, so I'm always on the side that the creators always have the leverage. If you cannot put somebody in these seats to create something, to build an audience, to create a viewership or whatever. If you cannot put these people in these positions, what good is having this money for this company and this staff and all this shit if you don't have any creators? The creators always have the leverage. I'm gonna always say that the creators and the talent have the leverage. Always.
Sure. Yeah. It's just unfortunate when creatives sign contracts that give the corporation the leverage instead. And that appears to be what's happening right now.
That's bad business. That's you not knowing the business.
Yeah, I was about to say, you can give away your leverage.
You
can give away your leverage. Like Scottie Pippen, he didn't believe in his ability.
But at the same time, if I'm Barstool, and again, we know nothing about these two young women, they can say that.
More. That sounds nasty. I don't want to say that. Because I'm sure Scottie Pippen believed in his ability. He just had some other variables he was considering, like his pre-existing injuries and his family. Like, it's another good example of that. And actually, we just State of the Culture just went on the Breakfast Club, and I asked each one of them about their contracts, and Envy was the first one to answer, and he said, "I signed my shit long term. I got a family."
Yeah, but Joe, everybody has a family. So,
no.
Hold on. Okay, so Joe, here's the perfect comparison. When Mike in the documentary, he broke his foot, and the doctor said it's a 10% chance you break it again, you'll never play again. It's a 90% chance you'll never break it again. Mike believed in his ability. He took a gamble on his ability and his body. Scottie Pippen wasn't willing to take that gamble on his ability and his body. That's the difference. Sometimes you just have to know, like, listen, I'm rolling the dice on myself.
You can't. But how can you can't roll the dice on yourself if I own yourself?
Yeah.
If I own your logo, your name, your likeness.
You own this shit.
Well, I agree with you, by the way. I always say,
I can get up and
when
leave
you leave, take the fucking value with you. Hey, I don't care if you own the name of the show, the title, the logo, the license. When Joe get out of this seat,
it don't matter. Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, don't forget, Dr. Dre walked away from death row. Let's remember that.
And
I know, and gave us the classic ring ding dong, ring da ding 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 dong. Keep the head spinning.
He knew his ability.
It was ring.
Hey, you sitting over there. You better get up out your chair.
Joe like that fucking record.
That's my shit.
Joe, I know you like that record.
Anytime some wild singing that come on a record, I just like it.
But what sucks with athletes, to your Pippin point, is they can't up and leave the way a creative can.
Sure they can.
No, to go where?
They've done it. Athletes do it all the time now.
To go where?
Whatever team they want to go to.
No, I'm talking about you can't leave the NBA.
Oh,
you're locked into a system of the NBA. An artist can leave the structure of labels and major labels and sell they fucking shit hand to hand if they want to and still be successful.
True. Absolutely.
Athletes, yeah, you want to go overseas and get a lot of money. I don't know how that's really going to help you out in the long run, but but that's why I feel more for athletes and understand Scotty being like, nah, I'm not going to sacrifice what I had. My health is my wealth as far as my ability goes. Like, if I fuck myself up for this bum ass contract with the Bulls, I can't go to a new team healthy and get what I'm worth. So fuck you.
Which is why it's different for athletes, because then you lend your likeness to, you do a sneaker deal, you do whatever type of deal on the side that has nothing to do with the NBA. Like,
now thank God they have more revenue streams, but back then shoe deals wasn't like they was handing them out like they are now.
The important thing is you have to be able to perform at a high level.
Facts. And
that's something that I took from the Jordan doc, where he said it didn't matter
what you took from
what my sneaker looked like. It didn't matter what the sneaker looked like.
If I don't
go out there and play the way I play, nobody's buying the shoe. It doesn't matter.
Not even Republicans.
And that's the important part. You have to go out there and you have to perform at a high level, and the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah.
Would you at least agree that every team LeBron beat in the finals was better than any team Jordan faced in the finals? Would you at least?
You don't believe that.
Wait, what?
I don't think
that's not a fact.
No, that's not a fact, Joe.
That Suns team was super stacked.
What are you talking about?
Man, that Suns team wasn't beating that Warriors team. Who else LeBron beat? Who LeBron beat in the finals?
Joe,
that Spurs team,
that Thunder team,
the Spurs team, and that Thunder team. All the teams is better than that Phoenix team.
Joe, that Dallas Mavericks team had Dirk Nowitzki.
You talking about the team he lost to?
Yeah,
I'm talking about the teams he beat.
Even teams he didn't beat.
I'm talking about the teams he beat, not the teams he didn't beat. The teams he beat were better.
Wait, hold on, Joe. Do you realize that every team
that Jordan faced, every last one of them?
No, hell no.
The Spurs, the fucking Thunder, and the fucking the
here's
Warriors.
The difference, Joe.
Yes.
Joe, here's the difference, and I don't want to keep talking about this Jordan LeBron shit. I love LeBron. I love Mike.
I'm gonna get you to keep talking about it.
No, the difference.
You haven't noticed.
This is the simple difference in it all. When Mike couldn't get past Detroit, he hit the weight room. He put on weight so he could physically be ready for that series.
They showed us.
When LeBron couldn't beat the Celtics, he took his talents to South Beach. That's the difference between Mike and LeBron. Period.
It's lazy.
There is no comparison.
It's lazy.
There's no comparison. That's all. And I love LeBron, but there's no comparison. LeBron is a top 5 player.
Well,
no doubt
Mike
about it.
couldn't do that because he was in the middle of a 17-year contract.
Who?
Mike.
It don't. I'm just saying.
And more, I'm joking. I don't even care.
I know you because you know sports.
Trying to get you riled up, man. That's it.
No, I'm not getting riled up because I don't even want people to think that they trying to make something like I hate LeBron. I love LeBron. He's probably the best person to ever play in the NBA. Like what he's done with his homeboys and setting them up with their life and their business. That's like.
I have a much more important question I would love to ask the three of you gentlemen.
Okay.
How do you guys feel when she pulls the vibrator out during sex?
That means you got to get some more dick.
That means I don't have the leverage.
Yeah, oh my God. Yo, you man.
She's renegotiating. That's her renegotiating the situation.
Word.
Yeah, she's lending your likeness to the vibrator.
She owns your likeness.
Yeah, she owns your likeness.
I do this podcast with 3 kids. You niggas are kids. What is wrong with y'all, man?
She just renegotiating.
Yeah, that's
Why did I know y'all would say this stupid shit, man?
No.
She just renegotiating.
That shit is fine with me.
Thank you, Rory.
Yeah, I don't
We just
care
had to get
about
some
that.
jokes off. No, that shit is fine.
Okay. I'm just checking.
That shit is
I don't
totally
care about
fine with me.
That shit. Listen,
I mean, keep it away from me.
Listen, anything that'll rush her nut and get this over with.
Yeah, because the game is on.
Yo, yeah. If this will help you out, thank God.
Word. Get to it. Pull out 2 vibrators. Oh, I care. Shit.
I'm going to make an egg sandwich. Word.
Nah.
She put a vibrator out.
That sounds like a great idea. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, she pull a vibrator out. You in the bathroom washing up. You hear, She's still like, hey, do what you gotta do.
Hey, I'll be in the bathroom. I'll add a little,
Yeah. Nah, you killing it.
You getting that shit.
Yeah.
Damn. That shit mad wet.
Then you want me to get your other one?
Yeah, I'll give a little ankle rub down. All right, cool. Good to know I do this
rub her
podcast
feet
with
while
some
she doing
adults,
that.
Ain't
man.
nothing wrong with that.
All right, I just wanted to make
She
sure.
gotta get hers if that's what you gotta do.
I saw somebody
Have a
that
blast.
saw it floating around. I said, let me ask the guys. I thought I might get you guys
Wait,
there.
people were saying they'd be mad about it?
The niggas are the most insecure beings on the face of the earth, man. So,
Now, hold on. I will say, if she pull out a fucking dildo and start, that might be like, damn, like,
Why?
because that's like saying like you wasn't enough, like nigga.
you don't want to fuck next to the dildo?
You ain't hit that. You ain't hit the
Fucking
bottom of this shit like I like it hit. So nigga,
You don't want to fuck next to the fake dick?
You want a DP with the dildo?
No.
How the nigga mad at fake dick?
No. We're not doing that.
You're not trying to pick a hole?
We're not doing that. No.
Oh, you got dildo phobia.
Yeah, I do. I don't like dildos at all. No. You're right. You
I
absolutely.
can assure you, it's not my thing.
Yeah, not my thing. Not for me.
But wait, what if she's servicing a different entryway?
Nah, I can service all entries.
No, you can't with one dick more. What are you talking about?
Yeah, your thumb is not a dildo.
Yeah. So I got hand. I got
Mine is.
I got.
Yeah, you got some fucked up thumbs.
No, my thumb will get it done. my thumb will get us to the climax.
Got the strangest thumbs on earth.
All right, y'all are stupid, man. All right, what else we got? What else we got that's important in the universe? Is anything important in the universe?
Who knows?
New.
We were
Hold up now.
Nah.
Long ago.
That's been gone.
Long ago were we.
Now we're a dildo podcast.
Hey, yo.
Whoa, I'm uncomfortable.
Relax, Parks.
I didn't bring up the topic.
Yeah, but you kept it going.
Yeah, you trying to stay there?
Yeah, you tried to bring it back.
I'm not
up.
actually. I said let's do music.
Let's
Y'all
see.
ever try one of those vibrating condoms? Try to step your shit up?
Nah, fam.
I've used the vibrating ring.
The ring joint, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah. That shit's alright.
Yeah, that shit was that shit was cool.
Listen, man, it's less work for me to do.
Word. I could just sit in the shit. I don't even gotta move.
Yo, putting a vibrator condom on is crazy.
I mean, putting a condom on is crazy. I'm joking. Everyone relax.
Rory.
Everyone relax. I'm totally joking.
Rory.
I'm totally joking. Well, Mo, you have to get creative in your condomness.
Just give me a condom. I don't need it to vibrate and shake and all that other shit. I don't need it to light up.
She might though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't need a condom to light up and all this other shit.
Have you ever tried the fire and ice?
We'll never do that again.
Yeah, that shit was the worst experience of my life.
Fam.
Shit gave you chlamydia?
You would think it was.
I started jumping up like Little Richard dancing around that fucking room.
Yeah,
when the ice hit, it's not good.
Yeah, no, none of that shit is good. Just give me a regular condom, bro.
You get chlamydia, you got to go.
I thought I threw Ben Gay on my balls.
You got to go in the room like the Spider-Man meme.
When you did what?
When you get chlamydia.
Chlamydia?
You got to go in the room like the Spider-Man meme.
Oh, and point it.
Yeah.
You did it?
Yeah, it was you.
Of course it was.
Yeah, wasn't me. Sorry.
Of course it was. Of course it was you.
Come on, I'm not fucking nobody else.
All right, hold up, man. Where the fuck is where's this shit at?
SoundCloud.
No. I purchased it. We not on SoundCloud. No, I purchased this bad boy. Good toxic vibes on a Tuesday. Yeah. Oh man, yes, Slime and B. I needed this.
I didn't know they put it on the DSPs.
Cause you're not hip Parks. The hippest engineer, I think, was Ken Henderson. He engineered on
Ken Henderson.
So sick of Parks. Oh yeah, Ken Henderson did that. He did the Beatles, the AC/DC, everybody.
Ken Henderson is hilarious.
Oh man, so many bitches stole something from me.
Physically and mentally.
Oh. I love this shit. I do. Got it.
Sounded really good.
It's something I'll play whenever we're allowed to go outside.
It sounded like outdoor music.
Yeah, this is outdoor music. Anytime Chris is doing a collab, I got a feeling it's going to be outdoor, like especially with Young Thug.
Well, Young Thug especially.
Yeah, man. But I mean, they're going to let us out, so this is going to sound real good outside. Shout out to Chris Brown and Young Thug. I don't know if y'all got a chance to hear it yet.
I did.
Yeah, I like that.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, let's do it last night. It was only on SoundCloud at first when it first dropped, so I thought that was interesting, but now it's everywhere. So.
Wait, I'm looking at the one on. There's some songs missing off of this though.
This shit right here.
Yeah, I think there was a Future song on it last night, and now it's not.
Yeah.
Oh man, when I get outside, fam,
and you're too lit.
Oh my God, OMG. I like this bop. Like dark Oakland.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yo, and any song telling a chick to bust that thing open over like dark keys.
Mustard's good at that too, though.
It's a win. It's a win for me.
Yeah.
Mustard's good at the dark. Even though he's from LA, he still has an Oakland feel to me.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
I see that. Hey. Huh? She fucking for pesos. Them cheap escorts.
It's Cinco de Mayo, Joe. Relax.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
I don't see the joint with Future that I like.
I think they took it off. It was there last night, but then it wasn't there this morning. So
I can't keep up with all this shit, this trickery shit these artists be doing. Fucking
this trickery,
with
these shenanigans.
Like,
I purchased the project, and I don't see Future on here on the version I have.
Yeah, the one on SoundCloud, it was a record called "Help Me Breathe." That was crazy.
Yeah,
they telling me they've been screaming at me why haven't we spoken about K Camp's new project? And I'll be honest, I listened to it the first day it came out. Pardon my ignorance, I liked all K Camp's R&B songs. I didn't know he was a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I was so confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, he raps.
He don't sing?
He sing.
He melody.
Yeah. I mean,
the melody
depends
rap.
your definition of singing.
Well, all the K Camp songs I like are like R&B records.
Shits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
This one that you put out was
I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Yeah, it was a rap project. But I mean, it was sing rap. But I mean, I just realized that maybe I had K Camp confused.
I think you might.
Huh?
Is there another camp? I mean, no, it's singy, songy. It's not.
This was R&B to me. I mean, there's a few more songs of his I can go to that just are
R&B but
to
the
me.
bulk of his shit isn't.
I would not think that person's a rapper.
Young Thug sounds just like that too.
No, like Young Thug sounds more rapperish than that.
I mean,
he would squeal.
It's a different time.
He would add a squeal, and that would let me know.
Shit, I thought Russ was an R&B singer the first time I heard him. First Russ record I heard was an R&B record.
You ever heard Anita Baker? You thought Russ was R&B?
I can play you the. All right. Well, you also think K Camp is?
I did. No, and I'm coming here to laugh at myself because I just didn't know. Shout out to K Camp. I cut it off because I thought he was doing the Tory Lanez thing where he was a singer and a rapper. So I was like, all right, I'll just wait for the R&B project. But like,
this was the first record I heard from Russ because I'm out of the loop on that shit. Thought he was an R&B singer. I know he's a rapper.
It sounds sexy.
You thought this was a rapper? I didn't know. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I guess. Did y'all hear K Camp's album or no?
I did, yeah.
I didn't hear it yet.
Oh yeah. Well, why didn't you come in here and talk about it? Huh?
Because I don't particularly care to listen to my mentions all the time. I don't have to talk about it because you guys say I have to.
I'm not a slave to my mentions.
But it's not an album I need to hear in my house.
I'm not a slave to my mentions.
I did see everyone the same tweets you saw of why the fuck we're not talking about it. I thought it was good. It's just not something I need to hear in my crib. Like another one I'd like to hear outside before I talk about it.
I'm gonna be honest, man. This new music shit, trying to listen to it like and only be able to be in the house is just weird, man.
That's what I'm saying. Really... Back to replay value, man. It matters now in this pandemic. People don't give a fuck about new music. They want to. They want to hear the shit that has replay value.
I'm still listening to Brent's album.
Yeah, Brent shit is fire.
Yeah, like I listen to that shit every day, man. That and the Stove God album.
This Leven Cali kid, he signed to Interscope. My first time hearing about him was over the weekend. It's spelled Leven, Cali, Kali. He put out a really good project.
Really, really good project.
I have never heard of him before this weekend passed, and he put out a really, really, really good project.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And I normally hate niggas with this haircut that he has on the album cover.
I think
the fade mullet.
The Sid record is probably the single, right?
I wouldn't know.
But no, it's a really good project. Was one I ran to this weekend.
I think I'm gonna play a sleeper off of that project. But shout out to Leven Cali. Really good project.
Oh, he signed to Interscope.
Yeah, he signed to Interscope. What else came out? Nothing else really came out for me.
And High Tide is the name of that album, by the way.
The Mozzy album came out.
Thought we talked about that last week.
We did.
Yeah, we did briefly.
Okay.
I still haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, I listened to it. It's a good project. Real good project. His last project was dope too. He's one of the artists from the West Coast that I think needs to be talked about more too.
Yeah, he's dope.
Mozzy, yeah. He's one of the dudes.
Are these Griselda niggas putting out another project? Did I see something like that?
Yeah.
I didn't see
Conways with Big Ghost.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Take a break, why don't you? They will not take a break.
No, they took a break. I mean, you spent all them years on the block. That was the break. There ain't no time for break now. It's niggas, everybody putting out music, man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him.
You know what I'm saying? You got the momentum, you gotta go.
Nah, yo, it's hell on earth.
You know what I'm saying? It's dark and hell is hot. You know how it go.
You guys just continue with album puns?
Yeah, niggas just all day. Nah, there's a reasonable doubt to think that way.
All right, what else is super important out there? What else is important? Let me see. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Mama say, mama sa, let me see. Nicolas Cage as Joe Exotic. Do y'all care?
No.
Hot take.
Come with it, Rory.
Start with love.
Break the defense down.
Start with love. Lord of War is my shit. I'm cool with Gone in 60 Seconds. Nicolas Cage sucks, man. He's a shitty actor. Like, he's a bad actor. This is gonna suck. And I hope I'm incorrect because I love the documentary.
Don't you dare
he is gonna stink up
Face Off like that.
He is gonna stink up this role. He's gonna be so bad at being that guy.
This just lets me know.
He can't even be himself.
Like, Americans are fucking idiots. Like, why do we need a whole nother mini series about
He's fine by himself.
King?
No, he was the character. He was fine.
Yeah, I don't care about this.
Yeah, the dude Joe is he's
the guy.
Yeah, I don't want to see
it. He should have played him.
Yeah, we don't need Nicolas Cage to play him.
I hate America.
It's weird place, man.
Yo, look at our obsessions. The Tiger King?
No.
We didn't get enough of this.
It's back to the original point, man. Look at how people react to things in the moment. It's a moment thing. This entire series. You don't have to greenlight a movie off some shit we liked for 2 weeks. You don't.
Yeah, I mean,
just to stink it up and waste some money.
Do you guys care that the murder hornets are here?
I mean, I don't really fuck with hornets like that.
Murder hornets. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Yeah, I don't. That didn't really. I don't own any farm or agricultural.
No, they come to the
properties.
Bronx.
They definitely come to the Bronx.
They come to the Bronx first.
Hopefully, they kill some of the rats in the Bronx.
The rats, come on, they're not bothering.
And not just the rodents either. Like the dudes walking around and be snitching.
Oh, speaking of rats, I don't encourage. I don't encourage Tekashi to shoot a video in his backyard.
Were you?
They're gonna find that backyard.
I don't even want to talk about
that.
I just don't get how he's hiding out. Like,
is he out?
Yeah, he's been out.
Is he out? He said he bought 3 cars the first week he came home. Yeah, he out. He out.
Fucker's been commenting on IG Lives.
Murder hornets. What you gonna do?
Who you taking? The Killer Bees or the Murder Hornets?
They said the murder hornets.
They can't fuck with Wu-Tang.
I'm going Killer Bees. Come on.
They said the murder hornets.
What are they gonna do when they see ghosts?
It said like 30 murder hornets can kill like all the killer bees.
Okay, what happens when Jizza comes?
Why does Joe have this information?
Thousands of them. I'm gonna roll with the murder.
They say if 30 murder hornets are seen, it's over for the world.
You thought Larry Johnson and Zoe tore the league
up. you thought LJ and Zoe was doing damage.
Wait till these hornets hit the town, buddy.
You thought Muggsy Bogues was giving it up.
That's so fucked up. They won't give Isaiah Thomas a job.
That is fucked up.
But I mean, it's from the.
What job is he trying to get?
It's from the sexual assault case.
No, I'm talking about the ball player.
No, yeah,
the short one.
I thought you were talking about the the ex-Celtic. No, not Isaiah Thomas.
The one that dropped 70 after his grandma died in Boston Garden.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Look,
And then, by the way,
he's trying to be a basketball player, Parks, to answer your question.
And then,
just trying to support his family.
Yeah, that's all he wants to do.
And then told him on camera, and he had to listen to Danny Ainge say, "Yo, we're getting rid of you, bro." He was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, that was fucked up.
That was super fucked up.
The league is crazy, man. They are.
That's why I laugh whenever people be like, "Oh, he's that player's being an asshole. He doesn't want to." Nah, because soon as the owner's got a chance to throw you out the front door, they'll do it.
Yeah. Did y'all hear the story about the security guard that was working in front of Family Dollar that argued with the young lady about her child not having a face mask on?
Just read about that.
Yes.
And then the young lady, she left, and then a car came back, and her husband and their son argued with the guy, and then shot him in the head, and he's now deceased.
Yeah.
I want to say rest in peace to that gentleman. Prayers and condolences to his family, of course.
Scream Man, can we get his name?
I would really hate to lose life in such a senseless act over nothing. Over absolutely nothing.
I'm asking what you should be doing.
That story horrified me. It horrified me. It did, honestly. And if it didn't horrify me enough, then I read a story about a gentleman by the name of Ahmaud Arbery. That was jogging and was tracked down by 2 white gentlemen in a pickup truck that thought
and this was in Georgia.
That thought he looked suspicious, thought he looked like a burglar, whatever that means. And there's footage
during a quarantine.
Yeah, and there's actual footage out of them murdering him as he was jogging. So
crazy.
A lot of wild shit out there. I want to say rest in peace to Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
Prayers and condolences to his family as well. I'm sick that y'all have to watch that or witness that or even have that footage available online. Yeah. It's just disturbing. It is. If you're listening, please be careful out there. The world is still a very sick place. Very sick place with very sick people.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, King Shooter, while we're...
definitely.
doing shout outs.
Yeah, definitely.
He was a rapper who signed to Nas and Jungle. He was friends with Dave East, really talented kid. He passed away. They're saying from COVID, but we don't really know for sure, and I don't want to, say the wrong shit. So
yeah,
rest in peace.
The report said that may have been some complication with something else, but definitely rest in peace, King Shooter. Prayers for all his friends and family.
And while we're at it, rest in peace, Don Shula.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace, Don Shula, football legend.
Football legend, yeah.
What Don Shula get? 2 chips?
Undefeated season.
3 chips. Took the Dolphins to undefeated season, whatever year that was.
72. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Won the championship that year in the year either previous or following. Winningest coach in NFL history.
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace to Don Shula. Calvin Munnerlyn. Rest in peace to Calvin Munnerlyn. Gone, but certainly not forgotten. So unfortunate. What a sick story to have to hear. Yeah, that really fucked me up reading and seeing some of that stuff, man. But I imagine the world's about to just get a lot crazier. We ain't played this song in a while.
We haven't.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Hit it, Charlie. Did you guys see that?
No, I'm just showing it to you.
He's a fucking clown.
Yeah, I don't.
Duke is going live on Friday. What a fucking clown. Did you guys see that Elon Musk named his son like R2D2 or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yo, he named his. I never knew I couldn't pronounce numbers.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
I have no idea what his son's name is.
No.
I questioned my own intelligence when I was looking at it. I was like, damn, is Elon Musk on to something? Are we just numbers?
Well, technically, your social security number is just an investment.
Social security number. That is some bullshit.
That's what? That's just an investment from a bank. That's your number.
Those fucking Rothschilds.
What you want from me, man?
Let's see here. Don Q versus Lil Tay J. I'm off it. I don't really care about that. That's in that hip hop.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get that shit.
Yeah,
a little too.
I just hope that doesn't
I'm
get
fine.
anywhere.
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That's all I ask.
Same. Let's see. DaBaby we spoke about. Here's a question for you guys, because I don't have very much more. I don't know how much you guys have. I was catching up on Insecure. And Issa and Molly are going through something.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have been for quite the amount of seasons.
Their friendship seems to be experiencing turmoil. Mm-hmm. But I'm watching that shit and I'm like, man, I don't know if guys really go through this the way that women go through it. Like, I can see how they may be having some difficulties in the friendship there. So I wanted to come ask you guys if you guys have ever been able to tell when you have outgrown a male friendship.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we've actually had this conversation.
Have we? Well,
on this podcast?
Just, refresh my memory then.
No, we were discussing that, the same way you can outgrow people is the same way you can get outgrown.
But how do you know
really
as a guy friend is what I'm saying.
I think
interest,
point of view, goals, areas that you just want to be at, whether that be mentally or physically. Just around, like that's not the type of shit I'm on anymore.
Yeah, like when it's a situation where you're not growing, you're not pushing each other, you're not just trying to evolve. It's like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like you still trying to do what we was doing when we was 15? Like, no.
Yeah, but
and I think quickly, I think also not just with maybe you evolving and that person not evolving, just evolving in different places. Like you could still be doing just totally fine. Like it's not for me to feel superior to you or vice versa. You're just evolving elsewhere. I'm evolving in this place. We just ain't.
And that doesn't mean
just because we was friends.
But don't you have like a plethora of guy friends that are just into different things? Like you're not.
I was ready to say that it's not. I don't want it to seem like I don't like you anymore, or I can't. We're not friends anymore. It's just we maybe don't communicate as much as we used to. We don't hang out as much as we used to. We don't. We just don't. We're not in each other's lives as much as we used to be because I'm doing something totally different from what you're doing. Yeah. But it's still love. It's still like, yo, that's still my guy. But we just not. We just don't. We're not on that same wavelength anymore.
Share commonalities, if that's a word too.
Yes.
Within our aging and evolving process. That's really
that happens a lot when like one of your homeboys has kids.
Yeah.
Like that changes the dynamic a lot because a lot of the shit that you was doing before, like you're a father now, you can't really be doing the wild shit or hanging out like we used to be. So things like that happen. It's part of growing. It's part of evolving. And again, it's not a negative. I think it's sometimes you need to look at your friends that evolve and kind of look at yourself and like, okay, maybe I need to do some.
And you have to respect that too. When certain friends, family members, and I don't even want to say gender specific, that you could have male and female friends the same. That all right, I got to respect they're doing something different now, and I think it's positive for them. So let them go do that. I may just hinder that process. Let me get away from it and support them the best way I can. Which sometimes is distance.
It's not always a negative thing.
Distance is sometimes the best support you can give somebody. So I think. I don't even think it's gender specific in that way. I just gotta leave people alone sometimes.
Yeah, you guys are mad clear in terminating male friendships.
Not terminating.
For me, that was always like, apart. For me, that was
the dynamic. The dynamic changes, that's all.
Because the dynamic could change in your relationship with a dude friend, and you still not look at it like the friendship is ruined or something else. It's just like, all right, the dynamic changed.
Yeah.
Oh, something that's ruined that's different. Like, if you asking me how do I know when a relationship or friendship is ruined? Yeah, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, when it's over.
I mean,
however it's over.
He would have to really do some seriously, like he would have to violate it on a level.
But what if he didn't? That's why I said, what if you just grow apart of the friendship? Like, what signs are there as men that have grown apart in the relationship? Not you did some fuck shit, so all right, I'm done with you, homeboy. Like, it's not that. It's, all right, we don't necessarily kick it like that no more. We haven't had the conversation. Nothing's really happened.
You just grow apart.
It's just not there.
I think when you're not forcing to hang out or forcing the conversation, but just all the things that kind of used to drive y'all to be around each other as friends doesn't feel as natural as it used to. Like, now we're forcing each other to kind of hang out just because we love each other.
Yeah.
That's all.
If we don't have the same type of interest and, if all you do is work construction 9 to 5 and go home to your family and I'm over here trying to be a creator.
Y'all are not cutting niggas off that y'all don't have different interest in. I don't believe that.
What do you mean?
Not that you cut them off. It's just that the relationship kind of like doesn't grow and doesn't stay intact because I don't
think this happens in a day. I think you just naturally grow away from people.
Yeah, it's two different lives.
It's a process.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, no. I don't think one day you're like, yo, you don't like Madden anymore? No. I think you just naturally get to a point where you just slowly start to not hang out with each other as much because you're so interested in other things. That's all.
Yeah. And the family thing plays a big part in that.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yes, it's never your dude getting married that would ruin shit. It's the kids. Because you would now have a family. Like, you have to go. You have to go do shit.
You have to be home.
Yeah.
Yes. You have to be home.
Yeah, that's the real rest in peace to the friendship, is the kids.
Rory,
and then once you have kids, maybe our kids can be friends and cousins and grow together. Like, we could do that too.
Yeah, for sure.
That doesn't always happen. I have plenty of friends that had kids and we still kick it.
No, me too.
Oh, no. Most of the time. All right, there's a difference between having kids and then having a family.
True.
That's
damn.
That's different.
That was an M1, Rory. Go to the line.
That's much different. Having that full blown family life with the fucking house.
Go to the line for one.
With the wife. It's much different than you got a kid and you share it.
Go to the line for one, Rory. You're gonna shoot one at the line.
Nah, because y'all know that difference.
For sure.
Now that was the flagrant one. He get the free throw in the possession.
Yeah. Side out.
All right. Well, I'm inbounding. It's on y'all. You were saying something, Joe.
Why didn't they have Larry Nance inbounding that Cleveland Chicago game? No, honestly.
Joe, shut up.
Shut up. Why?
Why they didn't have Larry Nance inbound?
I'm so serious, though. I'm not be joking.
Yeah, but that's what you just over there like.
Because you lose on the entry pass. You let him do that bum ass juke move. Whatever, man. Watching this Jordan dog is really pissing me off.
No, they should have had Ron on.
Hey, real quick before we go, because I don't have nothing else. What? Give me your latest thoughts on the last one that aired.
Why do you think Tony Kukoc got a tough?
Because Jordan's a piece of shit, like I've been saying for fucking weeks.
He's not a piece of shit.
Oh, please.
Not for the Tony shit.
Why not?
They want to shut him down.
Fam, I'm fighting a war. My whole family is in my country fucking dying. I don't have time. I don't know what's happening in Chi-Town.
Joe, that's what kills me about you. You get on here and scream all this shit about Mike, and you watching the same doc I'm watching. How could you say Mike is a dick? How?
And Joe left out mad of the very clear point that Jordan and Pippen were making.
Yeah,
we are not straight over here. Y'all are trying to
Jerry Krause
fuck over our whole shit over some guy across the fucking world that's never proven shit. And I can't even get my contract together.
Like Scotty, you still.
So you contradicted everything you just said on this whole podcast.
Jordan sat there on the last doc. What did he say? Nah. I'm not. I'm a ball player. I'm not no role model. Don't be like me.
No, that's not.
I interpreted that as, yo, I am an asshole.
No, that's
Wait,
not.
How
what
you
he said,
interpret
Joe.
that?
He said
that's what it means every time him or Charles Barkley in the commercial said, I'm not a role model. It means I'm not trying to set an example for you little niggas to follow. Do not be like me. I'm doing me. I'm doing what I want to do. That's what it's always meant. That's why.
All right, well, can I give another perspective that maybe I don't agree with, but another lens and point of view of it?
Also just to argue, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. All right, I spend my entire life. I spend my entire life just focusing on basketball. We know how hard it is to get to the NBA. It's one of the hardest things in the world, and then be successful in the NBA, be one of the best players. I've only focused my whole life on shooting a fucking basketball. I finally get here, and now y'all asking me to be a politician? I don't understand none of that shit. Fuck y'all.
No, I feel you. Shut up and dribble.
That's not what that is.
Shut up and dribble. I'm cool.
You're wrong right there.
I mean, I appreciate the athletes that take offense to shut up and dribble.
I didn't say
that want to be more. That want to be more than just that.
All right, now you're just taking shit.
Yeah,
like, come on, shut up, Joe. Like, no. That was corny.
Like, you can't call Mike an asshole or a dickhead. No. And then now you sitting there watching the whole relationship and how he took Kobe under his wing that a lot of people in the NBA didn't even know about. Like, this, you can't, I can't. That person can't be an asshole. Like, he took somebody who clearly was going to be the heir to the throne and said, if you ever need anything, call me.
Your character is presented by who you are to the field, not who you are to the 1% that reminds you of you. Like, how?
No, that's not what.
How do you treat everybody?
I can't believe you replied to that with "shut up and dribble."
Because that's what that is. That's what it's saying.
No. Shut up and dribble was a response to someone that has an understanding of what's going on and wants to be vocal and should be vocal and is setting a great example. And then someone replied back with, he should shut up and dribble after making really great points.
Oh, so you're making a distinction between somebody else saying shut up and dribble and the actual subject saying it themselves.
Saying a person who said, I've only focused on basketball my entire life, and when you're asking me these questions, I don't know them. He's saying to himself, I'm not talking about that.
Listen, y'all could.
That's a whole different point than someone that has a really good argument and a really good platform and says something, and then someone on Fox News says, shut up and dribble. That's a completely different point, and you know it.
I don't know it. That's your opinion. I think it's...
that's a fact, Joe.
No, that's not a fact.
That's a fact.
It cannot be proven. That is your opinion. To me, it's...
I just laid out facts. I didn't lay out any opinion.
You laid out facts, and you formulated an opinion from that.
I'm talking
just
about,
like,
no, I just
like
said the
I
facts.
can listen to those same facts and have a different opinion. I'm sorry,
Joe,
I
it's
do.
just simple.
It's the same. No, y'all talk for mad long. Can I get a word in?
Go ahead.
It's the same thing as when ASAP Rocky was on the fucking BET Awards red carpet. I think that was, and they asked him about what was going on with black people and going to jail, and we was getting shot. And he said, "I'm a rapper. I don't know nothing about that. I'm not a activist. I'm not a political figure. I'm not none of that. I rap. Don't ask me about none of that." And he got killed. Right.
Now you're paraphrasing what he said.
Pardon me.
It was much different.
Rightfully so, by the way, in my opinion.
Okay, can I stop
So
you?
what
And I don't want to interrupt you, but you're wrong about the ASAP
But you are
thing.
interrupting me.
Because you're wrong about the ASAP
So
part.
what did ASAP say?
He got killed because ASAP went on there and said, "Dog, I'm wavy being Soho. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Fuck all that." He didn't simply say, "Yo, I don't want to talk about it." He gave a really ignorant response.
It's a difference, Joe.
Way different. I only interrupted you because you just made a point that's not true.
Okay.
Joe, if you're an athlete,
I
and
look
you
at
wish
that
to not get
statement
involved in
differently
ASAP said a
than-
super
I look
ignorant
at that statement, but what Michael Jordan said was ignorant. It may not be the same level of ignorant.
what he
but
said wasn't ignorant.
The Republicans buy shoes too is ignorant.
That is ignorant.
For sure.
If he said that if he said that,
So I don't know what y'all are arguing.
This is what I'm saying, Joe. If he said that
They were different-
on the bus,
they were different
on the
interviews,
bus
but-
amongst his teammates, and that got out.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
not
talking-
like he didn't go on a public platform and say that. If I'm in the locker room with my
Oh,
boys
so
and I
because
say
he said
that,
it privately, it's not ignorant.
No, it's ignorant.
no, but it's not. But you wouldn't know. Is what I'm saying. Like he didn't. Being ignorant is like when you come out and you tell everybody, "Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing." That's ignorant. But now, if I'm in the privacy or what I think is the privacy of my locker room with my boys and I say some shit, if we're gonna say that that's ignorant, then everybody, even people that look like they're doing the right thing in the public, are ignorant because nobody's perfect.
Well,
but
you're
what
right.
Mike was saying
if that
was,
gets
I
out,
don't know about
if that gets out, we would call these people ignorant.
We would.
We
would. But Mike, in that moment, Mike handled it right. 7th year in the league. I don't know about politics. Why would I get involved in that?
Yeah, I'm talking more about the direct.
I have the right to not
You're not
respond
going to
to
get
politics.
involved when you want to sell sneakers.
No, he sold sneakers his first year, Joe. What are you talking about?
I know. So why couldn't he say something?
What is he going to say, Joe? He's a 20-year-old kid. What does he know about politics?
Nothing.
And that's
Exactly.
kind of my,
so I don't
want to
get into that because I don't know about that. I wouldn't even know what to say about politics. Like
I've spent
he
my
has the right to
entire
not get
life
involved with politics.
focusing on one thing in my entire life. I think it's amazing that LeBron.
I think it's funny that the Mike people after the doc keep saying that too. Yo, Mike was focused on one thing. Please, the nigga went to sneaker meetings. What are you talking about?
Yo, what are you?
He focused on one thing.
Well, what is that? What does that
on
have to do with
anything
the-
self-serving? And it wasn't all basketball.
Yeah, no.
They built a whole basketball tent from on the Space Jam set. It wasn't just the NBA, the best player.
Wait, no.
Joe, this was years after he was already who he was, though.
And when did we ever say Mike was not self-serving?
He's not, though.
When the
He's
fuck
one of
did we ever
most-
say that? He's self-serving. Cool. What's the fucking problem with
He
that?
just said that he wasn't.
Oh well, I don't.
He's not.
I think Mike is.
He's not self-serving. Mike does a lot of charity shit that
And I
people
don't
have
care.
no idea about.
I'm talking shit right now. I don't really care.
No,
I don't
we were
care.
having the point of debate.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, to close that, this is where I stand on that shit now. This is why I don't look at celebrities for my political views or anything amongst that type of shit, and don't expect them to. Is it great when we find people like LeBron who have a real great point of view and a platform to share it and not just play basketball? Hell yeah. Do I expect every single athlete and celebrity to act like LeBron James? No. And nor do I want them to, because I don't think everyone's as smart and articulate as LeBron James when it comes to those type of topics.
I agree with you completely, Rory, but I think in this particular case, it was pretty egregious, and he probably could have said something, or at least Homeboy was saying wild, flagrant racist shit. Like, he could have easily said, I don't rock with him.
Dude, okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Y'all realize
Jordan
that
is self-serving.
Mike still sent money to the dude's campaign. Like he still tried to help in his way, but he just wasn't vocal. He gave money to support the dude Grant's campaign. He gave money. He just didn't want to step on a public platform and speak because
which one is
he
worth
didn't know
more
about politics.
Which one is worth more, the money or the vocal support? Because dude did end up losing.
It depends.
He did.
It depends.
Oh.
And I read an article on the Undefeated, I think it was, that said that the records showed that he donated to his second campaign, not that particular campaign, but the dude Grant or whatever his name was.
Politics is all
apologetic for Michael, I guess, in a way. He said that we don't know if Michael would have said something if it would have changed the votes, so I'm not mad at Michael.
that shit is all smoke and mirrors, anyways.
Listen, asking a 28-year-old kid or a young man to speak about politics and he doesn't know about politics, I think is just not smart.
Yeah,
I don't think it was.
I agree with that's what I'm saying.
That statement, except for
you don't have to know about politics to be against racists.
Yeah,
no,
very true.
You're right.
That's not even a political. That's not even a political thing.
Now I get up there and say something, and they start questioning me, and I'm like, I don't know. Just vote for him.
Like throwing
Listen, I'm not even saying you're wrong, but I've been saying for mad long on this podcast, boy, if social media was out, Mike would have a different perception about him. And this doc, for me, it proved that to me. Like, these are some things that he would have had a real difficult time with had social media been prevalent.
But he would have moved. He would have moved different and adjusted that way. He lived in a world where you didn't have to give an opinion on every fucking thing, no matter what. He lived in a world where basketball is all he had to fucking focus on.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
his influence.
People have adjusted to the times and adjusted to how responsible your platform is.
No, nigga. Dallas Maverick changed the times. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about, man?
I know you're joking, keep it light. But yeah, people have all adjusted to the times. You can't say how someone would have acted in a different era because they would have adjusted. Especially if you have some type of greatness in you and understanding. He adjusted to the sneaker culture.
I'll tell you one thing.
I think he maybe would have realized how important his voice was at that time. And I'm not shooting him bail for it. But it's like, all right, it's like, how come you haven't, as a somewhat celebrity, put your name to a candidate yet? Like, you don't fucking know.
I'm going to.
Okay. Are you going to do a press conference?
I might find a boys club.
Okay.
Do some shit. All right, y'all, here.
Bring it in.
What I will say about that Jordan doc, watching that Phoenix team and watching Barkley, like, just changes my perspective again on the Draymond Barkley thing.
Oh, please.
It does a little bit, even though, like, Draymond can't talk to Barkley.
No, how did it change a little bit? It shouldn't have even had that thought to begin with.
Well, no, that's not true.
Come on.
No, that is true.
It's true.
Can I respond?
No.
Yeah, no. It's still true, though.
All right, well, let me just give my retort.
Okay.
I heard Charles Barkley say on Get Up to Mike Greeny that the one thing he regrets, they were talking about his, he said the one thing that he regrets is that he didn't have his team ready to play game 1 of the finals. He said that moment was too big for him, the same way that the game 1 against Detroit was maybe too big for Michael when they lost to Detroit. He said he should have had his team more prepared to play and more ready for the moment. And when he said that, I thought of Draymond Green, because the one thing that Draymond is highlighting is, hey, you can't downplay my impact to my team and what we do on the court. I am the one that holds everybody accountable. I'm the one that is responsible for the tempers flaring up on the court. Mind you, I have to hold my own temper in check. But yeah, I hold people in check here, and I have my team ready to play every day. So that is the one thing that I will give Draymond with how many rings he has over Barkley is he had the team. He had the team ready to play.
Charles Barkley with Phoenix was all that.
Don't do that. All of them admit to that being Draymond's role. That's not me freestyling.
No. I'm saying, how do you know Barkley wasn't doing that in his life?
I'm only taking Barkley's word for it. I don't know.
No, Barkley.
He said that.
But you're taking one game, Joe. Barkley.
Well, that was the game that probably cost them the series, even though they lost 4-2. But losing game 1,
yeah, but
that was probably the one.
And my thing is, Barkley was all of that,
and he's acknowledging that way later. Way later.
Yeah,
way after
because it's easier to do that now.
Yeah.
But Barkley was the one guy on that team that was the guy. He was the guy that if they won, it was on his shoulders. If they lost, it was on his shoulders. If Barkley said something in the media, they were going to highlight it. So Barkley was all that. He was the focal point of that team. He was the best. Well, not the best player that year. Mike was definitely the best player that year, but he was the MVP that year. And he was just, and he was like the offensive juggernaut for the team as well. So it's like, I get the whole Draymond. I don't downplay Draymond. Draymond definitely has a major role in those championships, but
and before we go, I do think that Mike would average close to 50. I do.
In this era?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
More possessions, no centers,
absolutely.
No hand check.
Easily.
I do.
Easily.
That's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
All right.
I thought Joe had bars. That was Joe.
I was waiting. Looked like he was was writing in his head.
Nah, when I was trying to give y'all the bars, man, y'all wasn't, I mean, y'all wasn't really appreciating the free bars I was giving y'all, so I figured I'd take a little break. Well, y'all missed the bars? What's up? We gotta throw a beat on?
Nah, we good.
Come on, Joe.
No, I got throw a beat on.
I got something.
I got a little something. Yeah, Rory, I'd love to hear a Rory verse right now.
No, I meant for you.
Oh, for me.
I have instrumentals.
Oh, no. No, it's fine. Please. Please.
Okay. I got a bunch of instrumentals in there.
This just in, DaBaby said all of that is cap about the Vegas driver.
All right, good.
Wendy's is out of burgers. What else is happening funny? Shut up. Kurt Loder is not 75 years old today. Why are they such liars? Wait, for real?
He might be.
Holy shit. Kurt Loder is 75.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's nuts, but okay.
Happy birthday to Chris Brown.
And Rory.
Happy birthday to Rory. Happy birthday to Dame Dad.
And Courtney Kemp.
Birthday gift.
And Courtney Kemp.
Happy birthday gift. Who?
Courtney Kemp, Power.
Happy birthday, Courtney Kemp.
Yeah, fucking couple of people hit me. They was like, after looking at Rory's birthday Instagram comments, we have to redo the industry rankings. He had the whole industry in there. I saw Richard Jefferson in there. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah.
The whole industry.
Yeah. It's Richard Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson in your comments telling you happy birthday is hilarious.
And that being the whole industry.
Nah, it's true. It's true. Come on, man. You got to give it up for Rory.
Richard Jefferson. Look what Joe, the name Joe just grabs.
And Joe will post his fucking Taco Tuesday photo today and then have
it's
more
coming.
than the industry.
It's
than
coming.
Me.
Taco Tuesday. It's coming. It is.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys wish Rory a happy birthday yesterday? Like, y'all hit him or no?
I don't think so.
I didn't hit him.
I commented on his picture. I told him welcome to the club.
No.
It's all downhill from here.
I don't particularly care for my friends to do that.
Yeah, I didn't hit him. I figured his phone, I let his phone breathe.
My phone was
figured
bad
his
calm.
phone was off the hook.
Letting his phone
I figured we
breathe.
see it today.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yesterday was literally no different than any quarantine day I've had. Not even remotely close.
Parks, I started after the fall of Cabal, parts 1 through 10. I did start Dev. I'm only halfway through the first episode. The boyfriend looks really happy about going to work.
I watched the child murders thing on HBO. It's really good.
Did you get sad?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sad. It was.
It was really good, though.
All right, man, we're going to get the fuck out of here. Keep us in your prayers. Lord knows we need to be here. Until next time, life is a series of moments and moments pass. So please make this one last as if it's all we have. Until next time, adios. Arrivederci. I bid you adieu. So long.
It's the whole industry.
So long. Goodbye. Hasta la vista. I'm saying goodbye to my podcast people. Person on the phone. I'll call you right back.
Person on the phone.
There's a person on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It was a person on the phone.
No, I know.
No, yeah, I get it.
I know.
Yeah, man, we'll be back on Saturday to talk 50 versus Snoop and much, much more.
Look at the cliffhanger. 50 versus Snoop.
No,
how will you guys maintain this week?
No, I'm so mad that I didn't get to ask y'all about things said to you during a verbal dispute that ticked you off, but it shouldn't have. I want to know that. So Saturday, I'm coming to ask.
And we have to get into the...
Wait, why am I stupid?
Cause it's just, I know whatever you say is gonna be some dumb shit.
Yeah, no, I got mine already. I'll be honest.
I know you do.
This bitch pissed me all the way off, but whatever.
Yeah. And another thing.
No, we're not doing that. Y'all got any parting words? Y'all good?
No, we'll get into the Khaled IG Live / whenever anytime a girl is added into a story, how you look guilty.
You pod
Savon,
now.
keep all of this, please, Savon.
You pod now, Rory.
These are all
I'm ready.
topics for Friday.
I'm ready for that talk, buddy, and much, much more.
And much, much more.
Y'all be good out there. Enjoy your week. Be safe. We will talk to y'all on Saturday. The fact that it's not an older woman voice singing this is just nuts to me.
Changes things a bit.
Daniel, you're a freak.
That was a bar though. She ain't here for games unless it's courtside.
Nah, but those be the ones that are with the games.
There's a story.
That's why that was a bar.
There's a story floating around about the Heat winning the championship and Gabrielle Union attending the game and seeing D Wade's wife at the time without D Wade and saying, "Hey, let your husband know I'm a huge fan of his."
Gangster.
That's my time for the day, man. We will talk to y'all on Gangster. Saturday. Gangster, he said.